Batting practice is over. Ground crew is getting the field ready. It's time for the on-deck circle. A comprehensive look at the Salt Lake Stingers and the Pacific Coast League. Now, to get you ready for today's game, here's the voice of the Stingers, Steve Krause.
Well, a very pleasant good afternoon to you, and welcome to red-hot Las Vegas, Nevada for the final game of a four-game series between the Stingers and the Las Vegas 51. Steve Krause with you here on a hot night, or hot afternoon, I should say, here in Las Vegas. The 11 o'clock temperature 45 minutes ago was 100, expecting a high of about 104 degrees before all is said and done. So the Stingers with the 36-53 record after winning 2 out of 3 over the Las Vegas 51s, including last night's ball game by a score of 8-4. As the Stingers broke a tie game on an RBI single by Alfredo Amezaga in the 7th. Alfredo capped off a 3-run 8th with a solo homer, but Amezaga as well as Brian Speck not in the lineup. Brian with that fadeaway slide on the front end of the double steal that led to a run in the 5th inning last night, re-injured that left shoulder. He's going to have it examined by a doctor, but he could be out for a little bit. And Alfredo running out of first base in the 5th inning, turned an ankle, and it's a little bit sore today, and so he is not in the starting lineup. So the Stingers in 51s getting ready to square off. Salt Lake has won 5 out of the 7 games so far played between the two teams this year. Stingers trying to pick up a series win here this afternoon, while Las Vegas looks to earn a split. Starting matchup for today's game, it'll be left-hander Jake Woods with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss going for Salt Lake. And for Las Vegas, it'll be right-hander Mark Johnson. Johnson comes into the with a record of 3-7. When we come back, we'll review last night's thriller after this on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5184. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. 1-800-626-5184. Call toll-free 1-800-626-5184. That's 1-800-626-5184.
Are you ready to upgrade to DirecTV, the only place for the NFL Sunday tickets? Chip here from Sky Satellite. July 18th is the last day you're going to be able to get DirecTV programming for only $29.99 a month. Call 978-0022.
Well, if you're sick of paying for cable with prices way too high, you need to call my friends over at Sky Satellite. You'll get a whole lot more choices. Installation is free. And get your SKY Satellite TV. Yeah, you're going to love these guys over here at Sky Satellite, and you're going to love your DirecTV system.
Call Sky Satellite and mention this radio station, and we'll even give you a $100 receiver upgrade free. Get caller ID and built-in video games on every single receiver. Is that cool or what? Call 978-0022
and get your SKY Satellite TV.
Call 978-0022. That's 978-0022.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, where last night a wild one that went back and forth throughout the course of the night. Stingers took a 1-0 lead in the 2nd inning on a triple by Adam Riggs, followed by a groundout from Willie Davis. But Las Vegas came back to tie it on an RBI single by Antonio Perez in the bottom of the 3rd. One batter later, Jason Repko put Las Vegas in front. Luchek pitch to Repko. Fastball swung, and there it goes. Deep to left. That ball's up there. It's out there, and it's gone. A line drive home run by Jason Repko, and it's 3-1 Las Vegas. So 3-1 Las Vegas at that point. Then in the top of the 4th inning, the Stingers got to within a run on an RBI ground out by Brian Gordon. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Las Vegas had something brewing with a runner at first and nobody out when Jeremy Giambi hit a scorcher. The pitch. Swung on. Oh, what a catch by Buchek. A line drive, and somehow Buchek, as he was falling to get out of the way, got his glove up there to snare the line drive. And that's our impossible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. It sure was last night. A sensational grab by Chris Buchek. So that kept it at a 3-2 ball game. Stingers tied it in the 5th inning on a double steal in which Brian Speck scored the tying run, but then re-injured his left shoulder. In the top of the 6th, the Stingers regained the lead as Adam Riggs was hit by a pitch, moved to second on a fly to center, stole third, and scored on a sacrifice fly by Brian Gordon. But Las Vegas tied it up as John Barnes scored on a wild pitch in the bottom of the 6th. The Stingers took the lead for good in the 7th as Gary Johnson, who replaced Brian Speck in the batting order, doubled off the wall and right, moved to third on a ground out to second by Zach Sorensen, was brought home by Alfredo Amezaga. The 0-1, Amezaga swings, it's a bouncing ball, past the diving Joe Thurston in the right center field, base hit. Hit from third, Jerry Godson scores the go-ahead run as the Stingers reach the lead 5-4. So a 5-4 ball game in favor of the Stingers, and then they broke it open in the top half of the 8th inning with one out. Casey Smith laid down a bunt single and scored all the way from first, courtesy of Gary Johnson. Now the pitch, Johnson swings and sharply grounds one fair over the first base bag and down the right field line. That ball's rolling all the way to the corner. Here comes Casey Smith around third. He's being waved on in. Here's Thurston's relay throw to the plate, not in time. On the throw through, Johnson goes to third, and the Stingers take a 6-4 lead. So 6-4 at that point. Johnson would score on a sacrifice fly by Zach Sorensen, and then Alfredo Amezaga would cap off the scoring. Amezaga rips one to right. Barnes going back. It's up there. It's out there, and it's gone. A line drive. Solo homer off the bat of Alfredo Amezaga. His second round tripper of this series. And it's now the Stingers 8 and Las Vegas 4. And it would be the final score. Stingers take it by 4 here against Las Vegas last night. Back with a check of the PCL standings after this on ESPN 1230.
Attention smokers. Find out how to get 2 free cartons of your preferred brand of cigarettes. That's right, the makers of Smoke Free and 3 are so confident you will finally quit smoking that they'll buy your next 2 cartons for you if you don't quit. Never again will you have smoke-filled clothes, bad breath, or jeopardize the health of your loved ones. Just listen to these ex-smokers.
I've been smoking a carton of cigarettes per week as long as I can remember. The very first day I started the Smoke Free and 3 system, I quit.
This is Shelley, and my cravings have decreased. I'm calmer, less irritable, and I've been smoke-free for a month now.
This system really surprised me on how effectively and clearly it works.
Smoke Free in 3 is strong against cravings mentally and physically, so you can stop for good. No stress, no jitters, no anxiety, and no more money wasted on cigarettes.
Call now for your trial of Smoke Free in 3 at 1-888-317-7098. Stop smoking in just days, guaranteed. 1-888-317-7098. If you don't stop, we'll send you $100 to buy your next 2 cartons. Call 1-888-317-7098. That's 1-888-317-7098.
If you want to crush it off the tee,
stick it on the ground. Or just be able to find it after you hit it.
We're here to tell you, all you need is 3.
3.
Introducing the 3 Club Tour, developed by ESPN Golf Schools, presented by Lexus. To find out more, log on to ESPNGolfSchools.com or call 1-800-642-5528. World-class golf instruction is coming to your town.
Reserve your spot at beautiful South Mountain Golf Club and receive a new Cleveland Launcher driver, gunmetal wedge, and voodoo putter. Call 1-800-642-5528.
After a 10-win season, a Liberty Bowl shutout of Southern Miss, and a top 25 ranking, you may think the University of Utah football team is satisfied. Well, Urban Meyer and the boys want to let you in on a little secret. You ain't seen nothing yet. Ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. So call 581-U6 for your season tickets because you ain't seen nothing yet.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Before we get to the standings, let's enjoy our national anthem. our national anthem here on a Sunday afternoon. First time I've been to a ballpark and heard the national anthem done by a flautist. And so the Stingers and the 51 getting ready. Let's take a look now at the standings of the PCO. And it's time to check them out. Brought to you by your local Associated Food stores, featuring Western family brands. Only the best will do for you at Associated Foods. First of all, in the North Division, Tacoma is slumping a bit. They've lost 3 in a row. They lead over Edmonton down to 4 games in the division. Portland 6 back, and the Stingers trail by 13.5. In the South, Sacramento leads Tucson by 9.5, Las Vegas by 15, and Fresno by 16. In the Central, Iowa leads Colorado Springs by 5.5, Albuquerque by 6, and Omaha by 14. And in the East, Oklahoma leads Nashville by 8.5, New Orleans by 9.5, and Memphis by 10.5 games. And that's your scanning of the standings in the PCL, brought to you by your local Associated Food stores. Back with the starting lineups after this on ESPN 1230.
Are you ready to upgrade to DirecTV? The only place for the NFL Sunday ticket? Chip here from Sky Satellite. July 18th is the last day you're going to be able to get DirecTV programming for only $29.99 a month. Call 978-0022.
Well, if you're sick of paying for cable with prices way too high, you need to call my friends over at Sky Satellite. You'll get a whole lot more choices. Installation is free, and get your SKY Satellite TV. Yeah, you're going to love these guys over here at Sky Satellite, and you're going to love your DirecTV system.
Call Sky Satellite and mention this radio station, and we'll even give you a $100 receiver upgrade free. Get caller ID and built-in video games on every single receiver. Is that cool or what? Call 978-0022
and get your SKY Satellite TV.
Call 978-0022. That's 978-0022.
To the podium and spokesman Joey McDonough. Karen Pullman's Bowling Center is now open at 7990 South, 1300 East. Yes, you, sir.
Yeah, you said before the new center will be 16 lanes?
Right, built to the standards of Junior Olympic Bowling Master Instructor and USA Bowling Gold Coach Karen Pullman.
Does Karen Pullman's have a family night special?
Yes, for only $30, your family can bowl all night and have something to eat in the cafe. And all week, you'll save with a ball, bag, shoe, and lesson for only $99. Plus deep discounts on all in-stock clothing items.
What about Karen Pullman's legendary embroidery?
The new center has over 3,000 square feet to create your custom embroidered letter jackets and uniforms for teams and businesses. Also, you'll find a full-service cafe that is open for lunch and dinner.
Good news. Call 233-1101 to register now for Fall Leagues. And remember, purchase a bowling ball and receive instruction on the lanes from a certified instructor. Back to
KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is ESPN Radio AM 1230. The worldwide news sports on Citadel Broadcasting Station.
Welcome back to Kansas Field. Time now for today's starting lineup. Brought to you by National Isuzu Southtown. Isuzu is back in the Salt Lake area at National Isuzu Southtown, located in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. For the visiting Salt Lake Stingers, finished by Mike Brumley, leading off the center fielder, Zach Sorensen. Batting second, the second baseman, Jake Thrower. Hitting third, the designated hitter, Adam Riggs. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, Brian Gordon. Hitting fifth and playing first base, Will Gavis. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Alex Pelaez. Hitting seventh and playing left field, Gary Johnson. Batting eighth and catching, Ryan Buddy. And hitting ninth, the shortstop, Casey Smith. Pitching for the Stingers, left-hander, Jake Woods. For the homestanding Las Vegas 51s, managed by Terry Kennedy. Leading off the left fielder, Nick Theodoro. Batting second, the center fielder, Jason Repko. Hitting third, the shortstop, Antonio Perez. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Luis Garcia. Hitting fifth, the right fielder, John Barnes. Batting sixth and playing third base, Rick Bell. Hitting seventh, the first baseman, Brian Myro. Batting eighth and playing second base, Joe Thurston. And hitting ninth is the catcher, Ryan Kellner. Pitching for Las Vegas will be right-hander, Mark Johnson. We'll be back with the start of this afternoon's ball game from Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Right after this, you've been in the on-deck circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle. Stay tuned. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is coming up next on the home of the Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associate food stores. including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
If you want to crush it off the tee,
stick it on the ground. Or just be able to find it after you hit it.
We're here to tell you, all you need is three.
Introducing the 3 Club Tour, developed by ESPN Golf Schools, presented by Lexus. To find out more, log on to ESPNGolfSchools.com or call 800-642-5528. World-class golf instruction is coming to your town.
Reserve your spot at beautiful South Mountain Golf Club and receive a new Cleveland launcher driver, gunmetal wedge, and voodoo putter. Call 1-800-642-5528.
The field is live. The starting pitchers have finished their warm-up, and the managers have exchanged lineup cards. It's time for Salt Lake Stingers baseball. So let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Stingers, Steve Klauke.
And once again, a very good afternoon to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stinger baseball on a hot summer Sunday afternoon here in Las Vegas as the Stingers get ready to take on the 51s here at Cashman Field. The Stingers looking to take this series, having won 2 out of the first 3 games played in this series so far. Time now to take a look at the defensive alignment for Las Vegas, and that is brought to you by, as always, the good folks over at the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the phone book with the beautiful cover, or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. For Las Vegas, Nick Theodoros in left, Jason Repko in center, and John Barnes is in right. Rick Bell at third, Antonio Perez at short, Joe Thurston at second, and Brian Myro is over at first. The battery of Mark Johnson pitching and Ryan Kellner catching. For Mark Johnson, this will be his 26th appearance for Las Vegas, his 11th start. He, in 75 and 2/3 innings, has given up 90 hits, 48 runs, 43 of them earned. He has struck out 40 and walked 25. He's hit 2 batters, thrown 5 wild pitches, and surrendered 7 home runs. Johnson has won 3 and has lost 7. With an earned run average of 5.11. Does have 1 save out of the bullpen, and the PCL is batting .298 against right-hander Mark Johnson. Stingers, despite the heat, wearing the full sleeveless road gray uniforms with the red numerals and lettering trimmed in black. Las Vegas wearing their Dodger blue tops with the white numbers and letters. Stingers, though, not fared well in the afternoon. They are just 5 and 16 so far this season in day games. So we're ready to go. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is on the air for a Sunday afternoon from Cashman Field in Las Vegas. Leading things off for the Stingers will be the center fielder, Zach Sorensen, batting .329, 6 doubles, a triple, no homers, and 14 runs batted. There may be 75 to 100 people stands, and that's about it. Here's the bunt attempt fouled at home plate for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Zach 3 out of 15 so far in the series with a double and 2 runs batted in. One ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way. Long on line, center field base hit. Played on the roll out there by Jason Repko, and so Zach Sorensen's aboard with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Jake Thrower, the second baseman. Thrower batting .275, 18 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 35 runs batted in. 1 for 5 in this series. Again, the Stingers with a whole new double play combination with Casey Smith back at short and Thrower at second with injuries yesterday. Alfredo Amezaga twisted his left ankle running to first base, caught a pothole, and his left ankle sore today, and so he's not playing. And Brian Speck re-injured his left shoulder that caused him to miss a month back in May. His outcome yet to be determined by doctors. First pitch to Jake Thrower, and it's a breaking ball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. The umpires is signed by the Pacific Coast League. Jack Samuels is behind the plate. Frank Coughlin at first, and Lance Barksdale, the arbiter, over at third. No balls, 1 strike to count. Now Johnson ready, the pitch. Breaking ball into the dirt, smothered by the catcher Kellner, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson, 6'3", 220 in his 8th season of professional baseball, signed by the Dodgers as a free agent back in December. He was originally a first-round pick in the 19th selection overall by the Houston Astros out of the University of Hawaii. Dusty Bergman, of course, out of the University of Hawaii as well. But 3 years later is his graduation. There's a swing and a ground ball foul, or at least when he was drafted. And the pitch bounced foul up the first base side. 1-2 the count. Johnson last year at Erie, 48 games, all in relief for the Seawolves. 8-3 record with 4 saves, a 3.59 earned run average. Infield for Las Vegas is at double play depth. And now the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes on thrower. Sorensen at first with a team high 12 stolen bases. He's only been thrown out 3 times. Kellner sets up low and inside. The pitch is that way, bounces in and by the catcher Kellner as thrower jumped out of the way, and so the wild pitch advances Sorensen to second base. So the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and for Johnson, that's his 6th wild pitch of the season. And now 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Jake with a runner in scoring position. And hot conditions, light breeze blowing out right now, as it has throughout this series. Not as strong as it has during the course of the series, although it will pick up as the day goes on. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. The shortstop Perez in behind the runner Sorensen, trying to keep him close. Now Johnson comes set. Glance back towards second on the 2-2 home. Swung on, jammed him as he pops it up. Shallow center, Thurston out, Repko in. Thurston, the second baseman, with the call and the catch back over his head for out number 1. So thrower retired, 1 away, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Adam Riggs. Adam batting .313, 20 doubles, 6 triples, 14 homers, 46 runs batted in.
When's the last time you got a bonus, just like that? Well, the $2,000 bonus is waiting for you at Stedman's Recreation in Tooele, because between now and the end of August, you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks for the purchase of a 2003 Honda VTZ 1800 motorcycle. You can use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. And right now, you can ride out with a Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle with 3.9% fixed APR for up to 3 years at 0 down payment upon approved credit through American Honda Finance Corporation. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele and use your $2,000 in bonus bucks on parts or accessories. With your new gear, you're going to be cruising the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Financing available to qualified buyers through July 31st, 2004. Payment example, 36 monthly payments of $29.48 for each $1,000 finance. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details. 2 of the fastest growing crimes in Utah are fraud and forgery. Don't be a victim. Have sensitive and confidential documents disposed of safely at Certified Shred. With Certified Shred, you can have your items shredded on site with their state-of-the-art mobile shredding truck, or you can let their secured personnel do it off-site. To contact the bonded and insured professionals at Certified Shred, call 972-4748. They've been handling the removal of sensitive documents for over 5 years, so they know what they're doing. Certified Shred, 972-4748.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
Hey Jazz fans, this is Matt Harpring of the Utah Jazz. It is time again for the 2nd annual Matt Harpring Basketball Camp. I received such a tremendous response last year from both parents and campers that I decided to add an additional camp this year. This year's camps will once again be held at Open Court in Lehi, Utah. The dates of the camps are July 26th through the 29th and August 2nd through August 5th. We will have 2 sessions a day, with the first session starting at 8 a.m. and ending at 12 noon, and the second session starting at 1 p.m. and ending at 5 p.m. Camps will be for both boys and girls ages 6 to 15 years old. For more information regarding the camp, visit mattharpring.com or call Open Court at 801-768-4000. Again, visit mattharpring.com or call Open Court at 768-4000. I take great pride in providing an excellent camp for the kids. I guarantee I will be personally attending each and every minute of my camp. My goal is for each and every camper to have fun and to get better by learning the correct way to play the game of basketball.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Last year, the Salt Lake City area experienced 40 days of air quality so poor we were all advised not to exercise outside, and the young, elderly, and those with cardiac and respiratory problems were told not to venture outside at all. Our health and economic development prospects are harmed in very real ways by poor air quality. We all deserve far better than this. This is Mayor Rocky Anderson. We can reduce air pollution, but everyone needs to pitch in. On any given day, 60% of air pollutants come from cars and trucks. In planning for future transportation needs, we can move away from expensive new highways and greater dependence on the automobile. We can each use mass transit or drive an alternative fuel vehicle. My natural gas Honda Civic burns 97% cleaner than its gas-powered counterpart. Walking and bicycling are other healthy options. If we each do our part, our air will be cleaner and our community will be healthier.
Courtesy of the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Hi, what can I do for you today?
I came to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
I'm thinking of seeing another Chevy dealership.
Oh.
I've always been happy here at Gus Paula's.
Did we do something wrong?
No, of course not. It's just that, well, this other place is advertising a big rebate on a new truck and I don't want to go. I love you guys. Your service is the best, and Gus is so easy to deal with. This is the worst day of my life.
Sir?
Yeah.
The rebate the dealership is offering? We can match it.
You can?
Mm-hmm. Any rebates or incentives they offer, we offer.
So I can stay with Gus and still save money?
Yes, you can.
Oh, man, can I have a hug?
No, you can't. But I will get you a tissue.
For the best deals on an American Revolution of Chevy cars and trucks, all you have to do is look down. Way down.
Sorry, I almost got emotional there.
Almost?
I was holding back a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I used to coach football.
I see.
Gus Paula's Chevrolet. With Gus, anything is possible.
We go to the bottom of the first inning, and after we inadvertently left, Adam Riggs hit a 2-run home run. It's a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Stingers as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out the the Stingers defensive alignment. Brought to you by the Phone Directories Company. Gary Johnson in left, Zach Sorensen in center, Brian Gordon in right, Alex Elias at third, Casey Smith at short, Jake Thrower at second, and Willie Avis at first. The battery of Jake Woods pitching and Ryan Buddy catching. Nick Theodoro to lead things off. First pitch, fastball outside, ball one. Theodoro originally listed as the left fielder in the game, but he's actually playing center. Several defensive changes from what the lineup we were given. Now the pitch on the way, fastball outside, ball two, 2-0. Jason Repko, originally listed as the center fielder for Las Vegas, is DHing. Luis Garcia is playing first instead of the DH, and Myro is playing left field. 2-0 pitch is driven up the alley in right center field. That one's going to hit the warning track and roll to the wall. Into second base goes Theodoro. He takes the turn and holds there on a leadoff two-bagger. Here in the first inning, his 12th double of the year. This is a day made for offense. I think we're going to see a lot of it. Again, with the All-Star break coming up, just about every pitcher available on both sides. As nobody will get in, there won't be any work for any of these pitchers until Thursday. The Stingers open up a 4-game series at home with the Edmonton Trappers. So Theodoro with his second hit of the series, and they've both been doubled. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Jason Repko, hitting .324. 7 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 11 runs batted in. Woods ready, the pitch. Repko shows bunt, takes low, ball one. 1-0 the count. Jake Woods making his 5th appearance and his 4th start for the Stingers since coming up from Double-A Arkansas. In 20 innings, he's given up 29 hits, 19 runs, 16 to the bird. He has struck out 20 and walked 8. Now the 1-ball pitch. Repko takes a breaking ball low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Woods 2-1 with a 7.20 earned run average. BCL batting .333 against Jake. A much different result than Double-A when he went 9-2 to start the year with just a 2.70 earned run average. 2-0 pitch on the way. Sails high. Ball 3 as Ryan Buddy has to climb the stepladder to bring that one down. And now he'll go out to talk with Woods, who has struggled here in the first 2 batters. Gave up the double to Theodoro on 2-0 and is now 3-0 on Repko, who has 3 hits and 12 at-bats so far in this series. 2-0 Stingers were in the first. Repko ready. The 3-ball, no strike pitch from Woods. Fastball strike on the outside corner above the knees. 3-1. Stingers' parent club, the Anaheim Angels, in Toronto, trying to finish off a 3-game sweep, leading the Blue Jays 5-2 after 7 innings. 3 balls, 1 strike the count on Repko as Woods deals. Swung on line, left field, base hit. Played on the roll out there by Gary Johnson. They're going to wave Theodoro around. Johnson's throw caught off, throw to second base, not in time. An RBI single for Jason Repko. He takes second on the throw, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. Repko's 12th RBI of the season, his 3rd of the series since joining the team from Double-A Jacksonville. Now here's Antonio Perez, the shortstop, batting .293, 13 doubles, 4 triples, 12 homers, 52 runs batted in. So a 2-1 ball game in favor of the Stingers. And the batter, Antonio Perez, as Woods deals, and the pitch is pop foul over our heads and out of play. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Already a 2-1 ball game, and we're in the first. Las Vegas with a man on at second base, the potential tying run with nobody out. The 0-1 pitch to Perez, low for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Antonio Perez, 3 for 8 in the series with 1 run batted in. Shortstop Casey Smith in behind. The base runner is Repko. The 1-1 from Woods. Swing and a foul breaking ball for a strike, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. So Jake Woods getting the start. His second against Las Vegas. He beat the 51s on June 25th, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits in 5 innings at Franklin Covey Field. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Perez. The pitch. Swinging a ground foul past the third base dugout. Still 1-2. His last outing was a win, going 5 innings against Tacoma, giving up 4 runs on 5 hits, walking a season-high 5 batters in the process while striking out 4. The 6'1", 190-pound left-hander from Fresno delivers. Swung on and lifted in the air towards left center. That ball's up there. It's out there, and it is long gone. A 2-run home run for Antonio Perez, and Las Vegas takes the lead 3-2. So the Stingers score 2 runs in the top of the first. The lead lasts 3 batters. Perez, 13th homer of the year, is second against Salt Lake. That'll bring up Luis Garcia, the first baseman, batting .301, 13 doubles, a triple, 21 homers, 54 runs batted in. Garcia, 3 for 13 in this series. First pitch on the way, fastball in at the letters for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Garcia. The pitch. Breaking ball misses high and away, and that evens the count at 1-1. In the home run department, that is the 6th one surrendered by Woods. The 1-1. Fastball away, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Garcia. Actually, that is his 5th at the AAA level. He's given up 10 altogether, counting Double-A. Now the line by Jake at the 2-1 to Garcia. Swing and a foul back behind home plate. 2-2 the count on Luis. Garcia comes into this ball game tied with Justin Leone, formerly of Tacoma, now in the big leagues, for fifth with 21 home runs on the season. 2 of them have come against the Stingers as Woods delivers the 2-2. Swinging a chopper foul off the plate to the left side. And so the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Woods, a third-round pick in 2001 out of Bakersfield Junior College. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The outfield pretty much straight away for the right-hand batter. Woods 2-2 pitch, swing, and he struck him out on a pitch away. And Woods records his first out. That'll bring the former Salt Lake Buzz outfielder John Barnes, batting .246. 2 doubles, 3 homers, 13 runs batted in for John. He certainly has had his injury problems since that 2000 season. They may have even begun during that season when he banged his knee going to the wall trying to make a catch in Fresno. As Woods' breaking ball misses down and into the right-hand batter, ball 1. He's also had various shoulder ailments over the last couple of years, as well as his knee. 1-0 pitch. Barnes takes a fastball outside of the knees. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 3-2 Las Vegas. We're in the first. Now the 2-0 delivery. Swung on, fly ball, center field. Sorensen angling towards right center, coming in a few steps. Now waits for it and makes the catch for out number 2. So Barnes retired, 2 away, and they'll bring up Rick Bell, the third baseman, batting .274. 21 doubles, 1 triple, 9 homers, 30 runs batted in. Bell 4 for 12 in this series. We mentioned earlier, this is a day made for offense. Wouldn't be surprised by the time the day is out that both teams are in double digits. First pitch on the way. Bell swings and he picks it up foul to the right of home plate. Strike 1. Again, each team missing a key player for today's All-Star Futures game in Houston. The Stingers, Dallas McPherson, and the 51s, Coy Hill. The 0-1 pitch to Bell. Swung on. Ground ball inside the third base bag and down the left field line. Gary Johnson giving chase as Bell takes the turn at first and heads to second with his 3rd double of this series. Hit number 4 of the inning for Las Vegas as he hit one sharply on the ground in between Alex Pelaez and the third base bag. First time since the groin injury back in May that Pelaez has played third base. Since come back, he's either played first or DH'd. So Bell at second base. 2 outs for Brian Myro, the left fielder, batting .279. 6 doubles, 6 runs batted in. Myro 3 for 10 in this series. First pitch, breaking ball low, ball 1. It is a 3-2 lead for Las Vegas here in the first. Woods the 1-0. Myro takes a fastball that misses upstairs. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Myro acquired mid-June from the Yankees by the Dodgers. At 306, 18 homers, 78 runs batted in at Double-A Trenton last year. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 2-1. No word yet on who will replace Ken Griffey Jr. on the National League side of the upcoming Home Run Derby tomorrow in Houston. Griffey suffering a partially torn hamstring yesterday in Milwaukee. So he was placed on the disabled list today. 2-1 the count, the pitch. Breaking ball low, 3-1 the count, with Joe Thurston, the second baseman, on deck. First, Griffey will also have to be replaced in the starting lineup for the National League on Tuesday night. 3 balls, 1 strike. Woods ready to pitch. Swung on, flared to center field. Sorensen coming on, dives and makes a sensational grab to take a hit away and an RBI away from Brian Myro, diving forward, making the grab, rolling head over heels and hanging on for the out. And that could very well be our impossible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. But Las Vegas takes the lead here in the first with 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on the base paths. So after 1, it's Las Vegas 3, the Stingers 2 on ESPN 1230.
When's the last time you got a bonus? You know, just like that.
Well, a $2,000 bonus is waiting for you at Stedman's Recreation in Tooele, because between now and the end of August, you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks for the purchase of a 2003 Honda BTZ 1800 motorcycle. You can use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. And right now, you can ride out with a Honda BTX 1800 motorcycle with 3.9% fixed APR for up to 3 years and 0 down payment upon approved credit through American Honda Finance Corporation. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele and use your $2,000 in bonus bucks on parts or accessories. With your new gear, you're going to be cruising the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Financing available to qualified buyers to July 31st, 2004. Payment example, 36 monthly payments of $29.48 for each $1,000 finance. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Two of the fastest growing crimes in Utah are fraud and forgery. Don't be a victim. Have sensitive and confidential documents disposed of safely at Certified Shred. With Certified Shred, you can have your item shredded on site with their state-of-the-art mobile shredding truck, or you can let their secured personnel do it off-site. To contact the bonded and insured professionals at Certified Shred, call 972-4748. They've been handling the removal of scented documents for over 5 years, so they know what they're doing. Certified Shred, 972-4748.
All right, we head to the second inning. Each team putting some runs on the board in the first. Las Vegas out in front by a score of 3-2. It'll be Alex Pelaez, Gary Johnson, and Ryan Buddy, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. In the Salt Lake batting order to face right-hander Mark Johnson. Alex Pelaez to start things off. Alex batting .341, 8 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 40 runs batted in. Pelaez, so far in this series, is 4 for 14. He comes into this ball game with a 7-game hitting streak working. So now Johnson ready to go, and the first pitch to Pelaez on the way. Down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Now the pitch. Pelaez cues 1 foul over towards the Stingers dugout at first. No balls and 2 strikes the count. Gary Johnson, Ryan Buddy to follow. Mark Johnson ready to go. His 2-strike delivery to Pelaez. Into the dirt, a breaking ball, 1-2 the count. Time now to find out who's hot and who's cold at the PCL. Brought to you by your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Keep cool this summer and warm next winter. Visit any of your Utah area Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Fly is on a fastball. White slices one toward right center. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Played on the hop by Theodoro. And stopping at first base is Pelaez with a leadoff single, extending his hitting streak to 8 straight games. That'll bring up Gary Johnson, the left fielder. Gary, 247 hitter, 10 doubles, 4 triples, 4 homers, 28 runs batted in. Came in to replace the injured Brian Speck in the batting order, and all he did was double and triple, scored twice, and drawn a run last night. But not bad indeed. So a runner at first base, nobody out. And Johnson the hitter. Overall, Gary, 2 out of 5 in this series. Now Mark Johnson's pitch to Gary Johnson, and it misses outside at the knees. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, Dave Doster got a hit last night for Fresno, making him the hottest player in the league, the first player in the league to have a 19-game hitting streak this year. He's batting .393 during the streak. Johnson swings and lifts it in the air towards right center field. John Barnes drifting over, so is the center fielder Theodoro. On the edge of the track, Theodoro with the call and the catch for out number 1. So Johnson retired, one away. That'll bring up Ryan Buddy, the catcher, making his first appearance here in Las Vegas. Buddy batting .222 since being called up from Class A Rancho Cucamonga. No extra base hits and 1 run batted in for Buddy. Chris Burke has a 39-game consecutive on-base streak going, longest in the league this year. Batting .357 with an on-base percentage of .430 during that streak. First pitch to Buddy on the way. Swung on and lofted into shallow center field. Theodoro coming on. He can't get to it. It drops in front of him for a base hit. Stopping at second base is Alex Pelaez. Just a little flare off the end of the bat of Buddy. Singers now with 4 hits in the ball game. And now Salt Lake with runners at first and second base with 1 out for Casey Smith, the shortstop. Smith batting .312, 7 doubles, 2 triples, no homers, 20 runs batted in. He's 2 for 10 in this series. Team-wise on who's hot and who's not, nobody has won more than 6 out of their last 10. Fresno, though, is 1-5 in a row, going for the 4-game series sweep at Tacoma this afternoon. First pitch on the way to Casey, and it's a fastball down the middle for a strike, 0-1. On the cold side, Memphis has lost 4 in a row, and 7 out of 10. Omaha's also lost 7 out of their last 10, as has the Tucson Sidewinders. And that's who's hot and who's cold. Brought to you by your Bryant Heating and Cooling Dealers. The 0-1 to Smith. Fastball up and into the right-hand batter, and that evens the count at 1-1. Stingers with Pelaez at second, Buddy at first with 1 out. Las Vegas leading by a score of 3-2 here in the top of the second. Just have a feeling by the end of the day the final score will look like a pitch softball game. 1-1 pitch on the way. Smith hits a chopper foul up the third base side. Mike Brumley handling it cleanly over in the coach's box at third, tossing it to a youngster who makes a nice bare hand grab in the front row. Could be one of those days where there might wind up being a foul ball for everybody who's here. It won't take very many. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Smith. I hear a lot of people. They must be sitting underneath enjoying the whatever refreshment they can get out of the misters that are below us. Try to cool off. 1-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball into the dirt. 2-2. Just looking, I see maybe 10 people who are trying to watch the game on these aluminum seats they have here. Maybe a few more than that. Those people might wind up being branded before the day is out. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Johnson ready. The pitch. Fastball is high. Ball 3. So that fills the count on Smith at 3-2. And now wide 1 here would load the bases. Top of the order coming up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I doubt that Mike Brumley will roll the dice and send the runners here. Johnson ready. 3-2 payoff pitch from Mark Johnson. He is not going to deliver. He just stands there waiting, hoping maybe that somebody will make a move before too soon. So the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now Mark Johnson ready. Last for second. The runners are going. The pitch swung on and missed. Pelaez is going to be an easy out at third. Strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits. 1 runner left on the base path. We go to the bottom of the second. Las Vegas 3, the Stinger 2 on ESPN 1230.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Lake, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336. Right here in Layton.
Hey Jazz fans, this is Matt Harpring of the Utah Jazz. It is time again for the second annual Matt Harpring basketball camp. I received such a tremendous response last year from both parents and campers that I decided to add an additional week of camp this year. This year's camps will once again be held at Open Court in Lehi, Utah. The dates of the camps are July 26th through the 29th and August 2nd through August 5th. We will have 2 sessions a day, with the first session starting at 8 a.m. and ending at 12 noon, and the second session starting at 1 p.m. and ending at 5 p.m. The camps will be both boys and girls ages 6 to 15 years old. For more information regarding the camp, visit mattharpring.com or call Open Court at 801-768-4000. Again, visit mattharpring.com or call Open Court at 768-4000. I take great pride in providing an excellent camp for the kids. I guarantee I will be personally attending each and every minute of my camp. My goal is for each and every camper to have fun, to get better by learning the correct way to play the game of basketball.
We move along to the bottom of the second inning. Las Vegas leading by a score of 3-2. It'll be Joe Thurston, Ryan Kellner, and Nick Theodoro, the 8-9-1 hitters, due up in the Las Vegas batting order to face left-hander Jake Woods, who was roughed up for 3 runs in the first inning. Joe Thurston to start it off, batting .236, 7 doubles, 3 triples, 1 homer, 15 runs batted in, a 5-for-10 series so far against Salt Lake. Also time now to find out what else has happened on this date in baseball history. First pitch to Thurston is a breaking ball, low ball one. It's brought to you by Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. Just 20 minutes from the ballpark, visit Stedman's, where you deal with the owner, not a salesman. 1-0 pitch to Thurston, swung on and drilled into center field for a base hit. That is hit number 5 for Las Vegas already in the ballgame. That'll bring up Ryan Kellner, the catcher. Kellner batting .210, 3 doubles, 3 homers, and 12 runs batted in. It was on this date in 1999 that the Diamondbacks beat Oakland 7-4. Jay Bell hit a grand slam for Arizona. But it was more than just that. We'll tell you after the first pitch to Kellner. Breaking ball inside at the knees, ball 1. Guyleen Hoyle won $1 million with that Bell Grand Slam. She was a fan who wins the prize for picking the player who would hit a Grand Slam and the inning in which it would be done. She won a cool $1 million in this date in 1999. Here's a swing and a double play ball to short. Smith has it, shovels to second for one. Throwers relay in plenty of time for the 6-4-3 double play. Nicely turned by the Singers. And with that double play, another $5 goes to the United Way, courtesy of Taco Maker. So just like that, 2 outs and nobody on for Nick Theodoro. Theodoro doubled and scored in the first inning. Now let's see what else happened on this date. 1995, National League beat the American League in the All-Star game 3-2. On an 8th inning pinch hit home run by Jeff Conine. Pitch on the way. Theodoro takes high. Ball 1. Conine just the 10th player to homer in his first All-Star at bat. Frank Thomas, Craig Biggio, Mike Piazza all connected for home runs. They're all 3, or 2 of the 3 are All-Stars this year. Frank Thomas should have been. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball into the letters for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the line by Woods and the 1-1 to Theodoro. Outside at the knees, ball, and the count 2-1. Nick will play for Greece in the upcoming Olympic baseball tournament. 2 balls to strike the count of the right-hand batter as Woods starts his delivery. Breaking ball low, 3-1 the count on Theodoro. On this date in 1985, Nolan Ryan became the first pitcher to record 4,000 strikeouts in his career when he fanned Danny Heap in the 6th inning. 3-1 Theodoro. Swinging a foul up over our heads, out of play, and that fills the count at 3-2. On this date in 1982, the Cincinnati Enquirer features a contest in which readers are asked to pick the date and time, and the last place Reds will be eliminated from the National League West race. 3-2 pitch on the way is sliced down the right field line. A long run for Brian Gordon, and he reaches out and makes a fine running catch, taking extra bases away from Theodoro. So no runs in the inning on 1 hit with the double play. Nobody left on base, and through 2, it's Las Vegas 3 and the Singers 2 on ESPN 1230.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Last year, the Salt Lake City area experienced 40 days of air quality so poor we were all advised not to exercise outside, and the young, elderly, and those with cardiac and respiratory problems were told not to venture outside at all. Our health and economic development prospects are harmed in very real ways by poor air quality. We all deserve far better than this. This is Mayor Rocky Anderson. We can reduce air pollution, but everyone needs to pitch in. On any given day, 60% of air pollutants come from cars and trucks. In planning for future transportation needs, we can move away from expensive new highways and greater dependence on the automobile. We can each use mass transit or drive an alternative fuel vehicle. My natural gas Honda Civic burns 97% cleaner than its gas-powered counterpart. Walking and bicycling are other healthy options. If we each do our part, our air will be cleaner and our community will be healthier.
Courtesy of the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
Sorry, Rocky, but if it's 100 degrees, I'm not riding my bike anywhere. It's 3-2 in favor of Las Vegas. It'll be Zach Sorensen, Jake Thrower, and Adam Riggs. The top of the order due up for the Stingers to face right-hander Mark Johnson. And once again, it's the third inning. In the third inning, every game is brought to you by the Jordan River Par 3. The best place to improve your short game is the Jordan River Par 3. Small groups and church outings are welcome with fantastic discounts available. For tee times, call 533-4527 or go online to slc-golf.com. Zach Sorensen to start it off. He singled and scored on the home run by Adam Riggs back in the first inning. Time to check out what else is happening today in the PCL as well as Major League Baseball, brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. First pitch to Sorensen, curveball over for a strike, 0-1. And you can check out the new Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. One strike to count on Sorensen, switch hitter, batting left-handed against the righty Johnson. The pitch on the way, a fastball strike called on the inside corner at the bell, 0-2. After a rain delay, they're underway in Des Moines. No score between Iowa and New Orleans after one. Just underway, Memphis at Albuquerque and Tucson at Edmonton. There's a pitch, hot foul. Third base side out of play. Still 0-2. Later on, Fresno's at Tacoma. Omaha visits Nashville, and Sacramento plays host to Portland. In the American League, they're in the bottom of the eighth at Cleveland. The Indians leading Oakland 2-1. But the Indians have the bases loaded, one out in the eighth as Octavio Dotel is imploding again for the A's. Here's Sorensen lifting one in the air to left. Myro backpedaling is there about 15 feet in front of the warning track to make the catch for out number one. Sorensen retired. One away. That'll bring up Jake Thrower. Popped up to Joe Thurston, the second baseman, out in shallow center field his first time up. Coco Crisp with his fifth home run of the year for Cleveland in that one. Toronto batting in the bottom of the ninth, trailing the Angels 5-2. Troy Percival on to try to finish it off for Anaheim. Carlos Delgado is at his 10th home run of the year in that ball game for the Blue Jays. First pitch to Thrower, curveball strike on the inside corner below the bell, 0-1. In the eighth at New York, the Yankees routing Tampa Bay 9-3. 4 home runs for New York, 2 of them by Tony Clark. The 0-1 to Thrower, swinging a ground ball, sharply hit the foul outside the bag at first. 0-2 the count. Jorge Posada and Hideki Matsui have also gone deep. Aubrey Huff has homered for Tampa Bay. They're in the 7th at Baltimore. Kansas City leading the Orioles 8-2. Mike Sweeney with a pair of home runs for Kansas City, his 15th and 16th of the year. Now the 0-2 to Thrower. Misses high, 1-2. John Buck out of Taylorsville catching for Kansas City today since that trade. His trip to the big leagues, John batting 171 as a Royal. After 6 at Fenway, Texas leads the Red Sox 4-2. Rangers belting 3 home runs. Mark Teixeira, Kevin Mench, and Alfonso Soriano. 1-2 to Thrower, swinging and a miss. He struck out on a pitch away. That is strikeout number 3 for Johnson, and it's 2 up, 2 down here in the Stingers' third. Brings up Adam Riggs, who had a 2-run home run back in the first to put the Stingers ahead for the time being. But Las Vegas answered with 3 in the bottom of the first. After 6.5 at the Metrodome, the Tigers lead the Twins 2-0 on Eric Munson's 12th home run of the year. And in the third inning at Chicago, Seattle leads the White Sox 2-0 on Randy Wynn's 8th home run of the season. First pitch to Adam Riggs, breaking ball strike, outside half of the plate above the belt, 0-1. In the ninth at Montreal, the Expos lead the Pirates 2-1. Pittsburgh down to their final out of that ball game. Now the 0-1 to Riggs. Fastball popped up. Right side of the infield. Second baseman Joe Thurston backpedaling onto the grass. Chase down, glove up, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. The 3 up and 3 down go the Stingers in the third, and after 2.5, it remains Las Vegas 3, Salt Lake 2 on ESPN 1230.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the Big Green Monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key as in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Hi, what can I do for you today?
I came to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
I'm thinking of seeing another Chevy dealership.
Oh.
I've always been happy here at Gus Paula's.
Did we do something wrong?
No, of course not. It's just that, this other place is advertising a big rebate on a new truck, and I don't want to go. I love you guys. Your service is the best, and Gus is so easy to deal with. This is the worst day of my life.
Sir?
Yeah.
The rebate the dealership is offering? We can match it.
You can?
Mm-hmm. Any rebates or incentives they offer, we offer.
So I can stay with Gus and still save money?
Yes, you can.
Oh, man, can I have a hug?
No, you can't. But I will get you a tissue.
For the best deals on an American Revolution of Chevy cars and trucks, all you have to do is look down. Way down.
Sorry, I almost got emotional there.
Almost?
I was holding back a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I used to coach football.
I see.
Gus Paula's Chevrolet. With Gus, anything is possible.
Steve Clancy back with you here in Las Vegas, where the Stingers trail the 51s by a score of 3-2. It'll be Jason Repko, Antonio Perez, and Luis Garcia to face Jake Woods. Repko showing bunt, takes a fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Repko with an RBI single and a run scored in the first inning. 0-1 the count to the right-hand batter as Woods deals. Swung on, that's popped up off the end of the bat into shallow right center. Brian Gordon coming on is there, and he'll put it away for out number 1. So Repko retired, 1 out for Antonio Perez, who homered deep over the wall in left center field his first time up. Finishing up that scoreboard, Phillies batting in the bottom of the 6th inning. They had led 2-1 before the Braves scored 4 in the 6th, but now the Phillies have answered with 2 of their own in the bottom of the 6th. They're still batting, Atlanta leading 5-4. J.D. Drew and Julio Franco have homered for the Braves. David Bell has gone deep for Phillies. Perez takes an off-speed pitch for a strike, 0-1. 6th inning at Milwaukee, the Brewers lead Cincinnati 5-2. The 0-1, Perez swings and fouls it back, 0-2 the count. In the third at Miami, the Mets and the Marlins are scoreless. Later on, Colorado's at San Diego. San Francisco hosts Arizona. Houston is at Los Angeles, and the Cubs are at St. Louis on Sunday Night Baseball. The 0-2 fastball is high, 1-2. You'll hear that game over on 1320 KFAN, beginning at a little after 6 o'clock, 5:37 for the ESPN Baseball pregame show. 1-2 pitch to Perez, swinging a chopper foul off his foot. The count remains 1-2. In the third inning, brought to you by the Jordan River Par 3. For tee times, call 533-4527 or go online at slcgolf.com or slc-golf.com. One of the things we didn't get a chance to get to on our This Date in Baseball history happened in Atlanta on this date in 1976. 1-2 to Perez, swinging a roller to short. Casey Smith gobbles it up, sets and throws to first, on target and in time for out number 2. That'll bring up Luis Garcia, who struck out swinging his first time up. There was a pregame promotion at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium where 34 couples were married at home plate prior to the game. And then after the game, there was a World Championship wrestling card. The entire evening was billed as headlocks and wedlocks. First pitch to Garcia, reaches out and rolls one to the right side. Jake Thrower has it. The sidearm toss defers. Gets Garcia by a step, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Jake Woods here in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. through 3. It's Las Vegas 3 and the Stingers 2 on ESPN 1230.
So, when's the last time you got a bonus? Well, now you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks when you buy a 2003 Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle. Yeah, use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. You can also take advantage of great low financing. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele today for your bonus bucks, and you can cruise the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Home equity loans are easy to get at Mountain America Credit Union. Easier, perhaps, than deciding what to do with the money.
We could get a deck and a hot tub.
Remodel the bathroom and jetted tub.
Once you make up your mind, you'll pay no appraisal fees, no origination fees, no closing costs, and no annual fees at Mountain America.
A snowmobile.
Try a snow blower.
While you're deciding what to do with the money, call or visit Mountain America Credit Union or log on to mtnamerica.org.
How about a widescreen TV?
How about storm windows with screens?
At Mountain America Credit Union, we make getting home equity loans easy. So get approved.
An ATV.
A riding lawnmower.
Unfortunately, we're no help at all when it comes to deciding what to do with the money.
Oh, come on, lighten up. Okay, let's get a fishing boat.
Oh, you want water? We'll take a cruise.
Mountain America Credit Union, member NCUA and equal opportunity lender.
All right, we move to the 4th inning. 3-2 Las Vegas. All 5 runs scored in the ball game came in the first inning. It'll be Brian Gordon, Will Nieves, and Alex Pelaez. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up in the Stinger half of the 4th inning. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors of Salt Lake, the mobile paintless dent repair company that comes to your home or office to work on your car. Call them today at 1-877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors, they make them like new again. And Dent Pro will donate $5 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Utah for every stolen base by the Stingers this season. They have swiped 62. Making the total donation to this point $310. Here's Brian Gordon to lead things off. He flied out Nick Theodoro in left center field his first time at bat. Oh, Mark Johnson ready. First pitch on the way. And Gordon swings and misses over the top of a curveball. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. Again, the Reds officially today put Ken Griffey Jr. on the 15-day disabled list with that partially torn right hamstring. They also transferred outfielder Austin Kearns to the 60-day disabled list. The 0-1 to Gordon. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball in the dirt. 0-2. And the Reds purchased the contract of veteran outfielder John Vanderwall from Louisville of the International League. Vanderwall, one of the premier pinch hitters in baseball over the last decade or so. 0-2 pitch to Gordon. Fastball high, 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Indians activated Rafael Betancourt from the 15-day disabled list. Outfitting pitcher Cliff Bartosh to Buffalo. And the Yankees activated El Duque Orlando Hernandez disabled list. Gordon swings and hits one in the air to the opposite field. Myro going back, still going back. That ball's high off the top of the wall. And Gordon takes the turn at first and hits the second lead-off double. So Brian Gordon with his 19th two-bagger of the year. And the Stingers have the tying run at second with nobody out. Gordon doing a good job that time of going the other way with it and hitting that ball off the top of the fence out and left. 5th hit of the ball game for the Stingers. Hits are now even at 5 apiece. That'll bring up Will Nieves, who went down swinging his first time up. Nieves, who along with Mike Rumley and Adam Riggs will be headed to the All-Star game in Pawtucket later on today. First pitch swinging, line drive, center field, base hit. Getting a late break at second base was Brian Gordon, so he'll have to hold up at third. But Nieves singles to center to extend his hitting streak to 7 games. And the Stingers now have runners at the corners with nobody out. So a golden opportunity for the Stingers to at least tie and possibly take the lead. That'll bring up Alex Pelaez, who singled to center field his first time up. So Pelaez has extended his streak to 8 games. Nieves his streak to 7 games. Of course, Alfredo Amezaga has a 7-game hitting streak going, but he is sitting out today. He should be ready to go. Come start the resumption of the season on Thursday. Probably not the same for Ryan Speck. Infield, double play, depth the pitch. Fastball high, ball one. 1-0 the count. Gordon at third, Nieves at first. Pelaez the batter waiting. And he single center in the second inning, but was thrown out trying to steal third. A strike him out, throw him out, double play. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball doesn't bite it. Misses high, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Why, as we mentioned, an 8-game hitting streak. He's had as long as an 11-game streak. That was between April 12th and 22nd, which he hit .444 during that stretch. 2 balls, no strikes on Alex as Johnson deals. Swinging a roller towards short. Up with it, Perez. He goes to second for one. Thurston's relay in time for the double play. But Brian Gordon scores. No RBI for Pelaez, and the game is tied at 3 apiece. Again, no run batted in for Alex, but the run does come home. And so we're all even at 3 apiece now with nobody on and 2 out for Gary Johnson, who flied out to Theodoro in center field his first time up. So Johnson ready to go. First pitch from Mark to Gary. Curveball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Now the 0-1. Fastball inside at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Gary. So 3-3 our score here in the fourth. The 1-1 pitch. Up high, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. On that double play, Pelaez hit it sharply, but Antonio Perez, to his right, was able to backhand that ball. And once he got to it, the ball was hit so sharply that the double play was an easy one to turn. 2-1 delivery. Swing a little dribbler right in front of the plate. Off the mound, Mark Johnson lets the catcher Kellner get it and throws to first for the out. To retire the side, the Stingers get the equalizer. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. After 3 1/2 innings of play, it's now the Stingers 3 and Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM. Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the Big Green Monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Most days, a great round of golf feels completely out of reach. Oh, funky dog-loving Dublin anchors! Slice, shank, hook, pull, or just miss. Oh, for the love of Pete! No matter your handicap, you have the chance to play the greatest round of your life when you tee it up with the Huntsman Cancer Institute at Thanksgiving Point and Promontory Ranch Club, August 12th and 13th. You can support their work with the most meaningful golf you can play. After the scores are tallied, Huntsman Cancer Institute is celebrating this year's donation gifts of companies, individuals, and organizations with a special evening of fun and entertainment at the Celebration of Hope Gala Dinner and Auction at the Salt Lake Marriott Downtown Hotel the evening of August 13th. So join us in celebration of the continuing work in progress at the Huntsman Cancer Institute.
I'll take a 9 on this one.
Please call Huntsman Cancer Institute for more information or log on to huntsmancancer.org.
Special thanks to Delta Airlines, Deseret Morning News, and Layton Construction.
All right, we go to the bottom of the fourth pitch. Stingers have tied it up at 3-3. It'll be John Barnes, Rick Bell, and Brian Myro due up to face left-hander Jake Woods. John Barnes flat out to Zach Sorensen in center field, his first time at bat. Time now to find out who's hitting the cutter off the ball. The PCL brought to you by Mountain Extreme Power Sports. Take it to the extreme with Mountain Extreme Power Sports in Linden, Utah. First, Jake Woods ready to go. His pitch to Barnes, swinging a roller, skips off the mound of the shortstop Casey Smith, who sets and throws to first in time for the out. Didn't put a lot on that throw, and Barnes almost beat it out. One away. That'll bring up Rick Bell, who grounded a double up the third base line down into the left field corner his first time up. Well, still a tie for the league lead in home runs between Calvin Pickering of Omaha, Tacoma's Bucky Jacobson, Bill Hyatt of New Orleans, and Joe Dillon of Albuquerque next with 22. Luis Garcia of Las Vegas, Justin Leone of Tacoma with 21, and John Galt of Memphis has hit 20. First pitch fastball outside, ball one. Garcia is somewhat conspicuous by his absence in the home run hitting contest over in Pawtucket. There's a pitch low and outside for a ball. 2-0 the count on Bell. 3-3 score. We're in the bottom of the fourth. With one out, the base is empty. Now Woods ready, the 2-0. Swung on, popped up. Back at first, Nieves going back, thrower coming over. Jake with the call and the catch for out number 2. Thrower taking charge out there, 2 away, and that's 7 in a row retired by Jake Woods. Here's Brian Myro, who's robbed of a hit and a run bounded in with a diving catch by Zach Sorensen out in center field in the first inning. At the final now in Toronto, the Angels beat the Blue Jays 5-2. John Lackey picking up the win. He's up to 7-8 now as that ball is sliced foul out of play down the left field side for strike one. He has kind of bounced back a little bit after a rough start to the season. No balls, 1 strike the count on Brian Myro as Woods deals. Inside above the knees, took something off of it, missed it. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Adam Kennedy with a single, double, and triple today to lead the Angels. 1 run batted in, the pitch, curveball low, ball 2, 2-1 the count. Benji Molina, Darren Erstad, Sean Figgins, and Garrett Anderson also drove in runs for the Angels today. Angels sweeping the Blue Jays for the first time in over 2 years as Myro swings and misses late at a fastball, 2-2. Lackey now 4-1 over his last 7 starts. He allowed 2 runs on 6 hits in 5 2/3 innings. Striking out 5, he did not walk a batter. Now the 2. Strike 3 called. A breaking ball in the outside corner at the knees. Myro caught looking to end the inning. Second strikeout for Woods. The 51s are up and down order in the 4th, and then through 4. It's the Stingers 3, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
West Murray.
Everybody's going to play a little bit harder.
This is ESPN Radio AM 1230.
A little bit better.
Worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting station.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the affiliated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
Hey, this is Dan the Laptop Man from PC Laptops, and you saw us on the front cover of your local newspaper in the business section of how great we are. And, of course, you know we have the best laptops in the planet. And we have a new technology breakthrough. Check this out. The newest model is here. It's called the PC Laptops 565. Let me just tell you about this. This uses Intel Centrino mobile technology. What does that mean? You're going to get over 5 hours of battery life out of your laptop computer. Over 5 hours. This is 1 battery. You get 2 batteries, you get 10 hours of battery life. I mean, you could fly to, like, Hong Kong. Wow. Check this out. It comes with the Radeon 9700 for a 128 meg video card, half a gig RAM, 40 gig hard drive, high shock. You can beat this laptop and still get a RAM. DVD player built in, burner, wireless, internet built right in. This thing rocks. Get into PC Laptops right now. We're also doing 0 down, 0 payments, 0 interest for half a year. Get on down to PC Laptops and get one right now because we love you. Featuring Intel Centrino mobile technology.
We go to the 5th inning. In a 3-3 ball game, Ryan Buddy, Casey Smith, and Zach Sorensen, the 8-9-1 hitters, 2 up for the Stingers here in the 5th. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Las Vegas defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Brian Myro in left, Nick Theodoro in center, John Barnes in right, Rick Bell at third, Antonio Perez at short, Joe Thurston at second, and Luis Garcia at first. A batter, Mark Johnson pitching, and Ryan Kellner catching. Ryan Buddy blooped a single to center field his first time up. Buddy playing his fourth AAA game. He had a hit in 3 of them. First pitch is high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Stingers. 3-5-0 for Las Vegas. Stingers have left 2 men on base. Las Vegas has stranded 1. 1-0 pitch to Buddy. And it's low for a ball, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, most of the team flying back to Salt Lake City tomorrow to enjoy the All-Star break. A lot of them going fishing in the mountains. 2-0 pitch on the way. Swinging a chopper foul. Third base side. 2-1 the count. Those who live in California are heading over that way. And of course, again, Mike Brumley, Adam Riggs, Willie Avis headed to Pawtucket for Wednesday's AAA All-Star game. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Buddy. Johnson's pitch. Fastball, chop foul again up the third base side, and that evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Buddy called up from Rancho Cucamonga, where in 58 games he hit .241, 9 homers, 26 RBI. Came up on the 27th of June. On the 26th in his last game for the Quakes, he went 3 for 5 with a couple of RBI against San Jose. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the pitch from Johnson. Curve ball, a beauty. Strike 3 called, and Ryan knew it. As soon as that ball popped into the glove of Kellner, he was headed to the first base dugout. Strikeout number 4 for Mark Johnson. 1 away. That'll bring up Casey Smith, who's out swinging his first time up, striking out into a double play. 6 is Johnson's season high in strikeouts. He's done it twice. He did it in 6 innings against Portland on June 14th, and he did it his last start on July 6th at Tucson, a game he lost, giving up 5 runs, 8 hits in 7 innings. Pitch on the way, and Casey swings and lifts one in the air towards right center field. Theodoro, a long run to get to it, now slows down, and in front of the track makes the over-the-shoulder catch for out number 2. So 2 away, and that'll bring us to the top of the order in Zach Sorensen. Johnson's only start against Salt Lake came on the 25th of June, and he took the loss, giving up 8 runs on 10 hits in just 4 2/3 innings. Stingers winning that ball game 8-3. First pitch to Sorensen, in for a strike, 0-1. Zach Singleton scored at the first and flat out to left field in the third. Now Johnson ready, the 0-1. Third ball just missed a little high, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Now the 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Third base side, Bell shading his eyes with his glove, moving into foul territory. Slits as he fights the sun and drops the ball. Well, fighting the sun all the way, and at the last minute kind of shied away from it, and the ball glanced off his glove. No error chart. Now the 1-2. Sorensen with a new lease on life. Swings and misses. Throws his bat at the ball. It winds up halfway between the mound and home plate. Strikeout number 5 for Mark Johnson, who retires the side in order. We're halfway through this scheduled 9-rounder with a score. Stingers 3, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Connected Wireless is growing to better serve you with their new Provo Town Center store. Connected Wireless doesn't just sell one-of-a-kind wireless services like most wireless companies. Connected Wireless is your one-stop wireless source. They'll fix you up with the right plan and the right service from Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Plus, Connected Wireless has all the latest and hard-to-find accessories. Connected Wireless will beat any deal, even internet deals. Call 205-FREE or look in the yellow pages to find one of 7 Connected Wireless locations. Get connected, stay connected with Connected Wireless.
Last year, the Salt Lake City area experienced 40 days of air quality so poor we were all advised not to exercise outside, and the young, elderly, and those with cardiac and respiratory problems were told not to venture outside at all. Our health and economic development prospects are harmed in very real ways by poor air quality. We all deserve far better than this. This is Mayor Rocky Anderson. We can reduce air pollution, but everyone needs to pitch in. On any given day, 60% of air pollutants come from cars and trucks. In planning for future transportation needs, we can move away from expensive new highways and greater dependence on the automobile. We can each use mass transit or drive an alternative fuel vehicle. My natural gas Honda Civic burns 97% cleaner than its gas-powered counterpart. Walking and bicycling are other healthy options. If we each do our part, our air will be cleaner and our community will be healthy.
Courtesy of the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
Let's go to the bottom of the fifth inning, a 3-3 game, and due up for Las Vegas, Joe Thurston, Ryan Kellner, Nick Theodoro. The 891 hitters, Jake Woods. Fastball misses inside of the knees, ball one. Thurston single to center his first time up. Lefty against lefty here. Elias in close at third for the 1-0. Low curve over for a strike, 1-1. Resetting the fifth inning, middle of the game defensive alignment for the Stingers, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the phone book with a beautiful cover, or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. First the 1-1, Thurston grounds one foul. In between the coach's box and the bag at first, it's 1-2. Stingers with Gary Johnson in left, Zach Sorensen at center, and Brian Gordon in right. Alex Pelaez at third, Casey Smith at short, Jake Thrower at second, and Will Nieves at first. The battery of Jake Woods pitching and Ryan Buddy catching. 1-2 to Thurston, swinging another ground ball, pulled foul pass first. So the count remains 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tom Gregorio looking a lot better today in the clubhouse as he was hit by a virus the other day. There's a curveball, strike 3 call to the inside corner just under the letters. That is the third strikeout of the ball game for Jake Woods. One away. That'll bring up Brian Kellner, who grounded in double play his first time up. Same thing that hit Brandon Emanuel on an earlier road trip. Tom had to spend several hours in a local hospital emergency room getting an IV and getting the fluids back into his system. And he's been sleeping a lot the last couple of days. First pitch, Kellner pops it up right side, shading his eye with his glove is the first baseman, Nieves, and he'll put it away for out number 2. Staggered a bit, but stayed with it. 2 down to the top of the order. Nick Theodoro's doubled and flied to right. Tom getting a little bit closer to returning to the lineup after undergoing that ribcage muscle pull on the left side. Same muscle that he injured last year that caused him to miss some time. Woods ready. The first pitch to Nick Theodoro. Fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Theodoro, a switch hitter, batting from the right side against the left-hand Woods. It has picked up quite a bit from when we began the game as Theodoro lightens a base hit into left field. That's a string of 10 in a row retired by Jake Woods. That is the 6th hit of the ball game for Las Vegas. So the hits are now even at a half dozen apiece. So the lead run on for Las Vegas at first base. 2 out for Jason Repko. Singled in a run in the first inning and scored. He flied out to Brian Gordon in right his last time up. Theodoro at first, 9 stolen bases. He's been thrown out 5 times. See if Terry Kennedy sends him to try to get him into scoring position here for Repko. Woods pitch. Repko takes a fastball outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Identical line scores for each team at this point. Now Woods ready. Move to first base, and back easily is Theodoro, as he hadn't stayed all that far away from the bag in the first place. One and 0 the count. Woods ready. The pitch. Showing bunt is Repko. He takes a fastball outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Now Theodore trying to stretch that lead out a bit at first base. Nieves holding him on. Woods the 2-0. Swinging a bouncing ball up the middle. The second baseman thrower gloves it. Takes it a couple of steps to the bag at second for the force out on Theodoro, and that retires the side. No runs, one hit. One runner left on the base paths. We move to the sixth. It's still the Stingers 3 and Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Are you ready for love? That special someone could be waiting just for you at Match.com. Match.com's exclusive total attraction matching system helps you connect on all the things that really matter. Personal values to personal style. Then delivers profiles and photos of your most compatible matches. Hundreds of thousands found their love at Match.com. Take the Match.com personality test free and get the love meant just for you.
LendingTree.com presents Hug It Out from Under Debt. First, take an average guy. Hello. Then add some credit card debt, a car payment, and a student loan. Ow. Get out from under all this debt. Get a debt consolidation loan from LendingTree.com, where banks compete and you choose the loan that's right for you. Call 1-800-555-TREE. That's 1-800-555-TREE. When banks compete, you win at LendingTree.com.
Equal housing opportunity. Some restrictions may apply. See website for details.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service choice in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
All right, we go now to the sixth inning of play here in Las Vegas. Steve Foskey back with you. It's a 3-3 ball game, 6 hits aside. For the Stingers in the sixth, it'll be Jake Thrower, Adam Riggs, and Brian Gordon, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, due up to face right-hander Mark Johnson. Thrower has popped to second, and he is struck out swinging. Also time to find out what else is happening this afternoon and later on tonight on the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball, brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. You can check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. So Mark Johnson ready to go. First pitch to Jake Thrower, and it's belted into left field, a base hit. Curveball hung a bit, and Johnson left it up there, and Thrower just went with it and punched it in the left field. And so the leadoff man's aboard here in the sixth for the Stingers. Seventh hit of the ball game for Salt Lake. They're experiencing their second rain delay of the afternoon. Des Moines, Iowa, and New Orleans tied at 1. After 1 at Colorado Springs, Oklahoma leads the Sky Sox 2-1. After 2 at Albuquerque, Memphis leads the Isotopes 1-0. After 2 at Edmonton, the Trappers lead Tucson 3-1. First pitch to Riggs, a breaking ball low and outside for ball 1. Later on, actually getting started in just a little bit here. Fresno at Tacoma tonight, Omaha at Nashville, and Portland at Sacramento. Ball strikes the count on Adam Riggs. Throw the lead at first. The pitch swung on, and there it goes. Deep to left field. That falls up there. It's out there, and it is long gone. Way over the trees out in left field. A 2-run blast for Adam Riggs, and the Stingers are out in front 5-3. Oh, did he put a charge in the one, and that now ties him with Brian Gordon for the team lead. That's his 16th home run of the year. Wow. So Riggs with a 2-run blast, and that's another Mountain America home equity home run. So Adam Riggs pairing up Las Vegas pitching in this series. And the pitch to Gordon, he pulls one deep but foul down the right field side for strike 1. And he cracked his bat on that one, and almost a good catch by netman. Dave Pratt making the trip from Salt Lake City with his fish net, but couldn't make the catch. Like in Salt Lake City, he's attracted a group of youngsters down there. Of course, well known, Dave, the minor league fan of the month at one time by minorleaguebaseball.com. He catches the foul balls with his net and then gives the ball to a youngster. No balls, 1 strike the count. Briggs now 9 for 17 in this series as Gordon swings and misses, 0-2. For the season, Adam 11 for 29. And out of those 11 hits, 7 of them against Las Vegas pitching have been for extra bases. Now the pitch, swinging a foul back, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. A home run, the 8th hit of the ball game for the Stingers. So the Stingers out in front in yet another seesaw game. We've had a few of them in this series. There's a pitch missing for a ball. 1-2 count on Gordon. Prior to Friday's game, Mike Brumley considered giving Riggs a night off. There's a fastball inside, 2-2 as he'd been struggling, but he left him in the lineup, and all he did that night was hit for the cycle. He had 2 more hits yesterday and has a pair of 2-run homers today. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Breaking ball low, 3-2. Well, the struggles of Dallas McPherson continue. He struck out 6 times here on Friday night. First person in the 100-plus year history of the PCL to strike out 6 times in a game. And he struck out in the first inning today down in Houston at the All-Star Futures game. 3-2 payoff pitch. Gordon swings and lofts one into right field. A base hit. Down the line, Barnes taking the long run to get to it, and he'll hold Brian Gordon to a single. That pitch down and in, and he just went down and hit a 3-iron into right field. So Gordon with his second hit, and now that'll bring up Will Nieves since activity begins to stir down in the Las Vegas bullpen. Nobody up and throwing, but a catcher heading down there. 3 straight hits for the Stingers here in the 6th. The wind kicking up dust and dirt along the warning track in left as the breeze is picking up considerably here. First pitch to Nieves. Curveball in at the knees. A strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. In the American League, Kansas City leading at Baltimore 11-2 in the bottom of the 8th. Pair of home runs by Mike Sweeney. Matt Stairs also went deep. Now the 0-1 to Will. There goes the runner. The pitch is in the dirt. The throw by Kellner won't be in time, and it's way off the mark. So Brian Gordon picks up his 4th stolen base and tries at another $5. Goes to the Boys and Girls Club Utah for that stolen base, courtesy of DentPro and DentPro colors. Red Sox score 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Boston and Texas are tied at 5 in the 8th. Doug Mirabelli and Johnny Damon have homered for the Red Sox. Chicago's rallied to take a 4-3 lead on Seattle in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 Nieves, swinging a ground ball inside the bag at third. Diving backhand stop by Bell. He'll dive forward and tag out Brian Gordon. A diving step by Bell. And for some reason, with the ball hit in front of him, Gordon still decided to go to third, thinking Bell would try to throw to first base, and Bell held on to the ball and was able to race forward and make a diving tag of the head first sliding Brian Gordon. So 1 out, a runner at first base for Alex Pelaez, who's 1 for 2. Aaron Rowan, Jose Valentin, and Juan Uribe have homered for Chicago in that one off of Jamie Moyer, who has really struggled of late. But who on Seattle hasn't? There's a breaking ball low and outside. 1-0 to Pelaez. Cleveland beat Oakland today 4-1. Cliff Lee now 9-1. Barry Zito, the loser, 4-7. Angels top Toronto 5-2. Yankees out Tampa Bay 10-3. Hernandez the winner, 1-0. The pitch. Fastball strike, 1-1. Mark Hendrickson, the former Sacramento King, takes the loss for the Devil Rays. He's now 6-7. Posada, Matsui, Sheffield all homer for the Yankees. Tony Clark hit 2. Detroit shut out the Twins 2-0. Chicago can move into first place with a win today. In the American League Central, Pelaez swings and misses at a sinking fastball, 1-2. Over in the National League, the Braves lead the Phillies 5-4 in the 8th. After 6.5 in Milwaukee, the Reds now lead the Brewers 6-5. Willie Mo Pena with his 9th home run. Florida hit the Mets with a 4 spot in the 3rd. Now in the 4th, the Marlins lead at 4-0. Jeff Conine with his 6th home run of the year. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Pelaez. The pitch. There goes the runner. The pitch is lofted into left center field. Myro going back. It's up there. It's out there, and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Alex Pelaez to left center field. His 3rd home run of the season. And it's now a 7-3 Stingers lead. For the Stingers, that is their 3rd 2-run home run of this game. Riggs has 2, and now Pelaez has 1. So Alex Pelaez goes deep. Another Mountain America Credit Union home equity home run. Now the batter, Gary Johnson, is 0 for 2, and now there is activity in that Las Vegas bullpen. Pitch on the way, and Johnson swings. It's a bouncing ball foul. Handled cleanly by Jim Eppert over in the coach's box at first. So Pelaez with his 3rd homer and his 41st and 42nd runs batted in as Troy Brohan is up and throwing in the Las Vegas bullpen. 0-1 to Johnson, swinging a ground ball right to the second baseman, Joe Thurston, who's got it. The toss to first, and that is out number 2. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Ryan Buddy, who's 1 for 2. Colorado, San Diego, the Padres trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. Rockies and Padres scoreless in the 2nd. Diamondbacks and Giants also scoreless in the 2nd at San Francisco. And at the end of 1 in Los Angeles, the Dodgers lead the Astros 1-0. Now the pitch to Buddy. Swinging a ground ball through the hole into left field. A base hit as Bell going to his left had his feet go out from under him. And so Ryan has his 2nd hit of the ball game. That'll bring up Casey Smith. So Smith the batter now. He's 0 for 2. A runner at first base, 2 out. Cubs and Cardinals later. Montreal beat Pittsburgh 2-1. There's a swing and a fly ball, right center field. Barnes coming in and over. He's there, and he'll put it away for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Stingers break out in front with 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on the base paths. We go now to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Stingers 7, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the Big Green Monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENPRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence. Mike Levitt, former governor of Utah and now director of the Environmental Protection Agency, talks about junior achievement.
I, like those who have been before me, do the best we can to be supportive of those organizations that do so much good in our community.
As a junior achievement volunteer, you'll be helping to shape the future of America.
This is one that I have chosen to continually support because I think it is just simply a good program.
Junior achievement accelerates a student's abilities, giving them an advantage in today's competitive business world.
It's an extraordinarily well-designed program that has results, and I've seen it grow over the course of the last number of years.
Get involved with Utah's future business leaders.
Nearly 400,000 students over the course of the decade, 16,000 people that have been involved as mentors. It makes a difference.
Volunteer with Junior Achievement.
My support continues to go to Junior Achievement.
For more information, call 355-5252 or visit us on the web at ja.org.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real-life person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done.
Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336. Right here in Layton.
All right, we go down to the bottom of the sixth inning. Jake Woods has been staked to a 4-run lead thanks to a pair of 2-run homers, Adam Riggs and Alex Pelaez in the top half of the inning. Antonio Perez, who had his own 2-run homer today, takes high and outside, ball one. He's also grounded out to short. Stingers leading by a score of 7-3 here in the bottom of the sixth. Now the pitch on the way, low for a ball, 2-0, and the run that Riggs scored on his home run was our Geico Insurance run of the game. The first time the Stingers extend their lead after the fifth inning. That's the Geico Insurance run. 2-0 pitch to Perez. Bounces in, ball three. 3-0 the count. Rex Olson, your local Geico rep, donates $10 to the Air Force Fund for every Geico Insurance run of the game. That was the 26th of the year, making the donation total $260. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Down the middle of strike 3-1. That New Orleans, Iowa game officially has been suspended. They'll finish it off the next time the Zephyrs and iCubs play. Tied 1-1 after 3. 3-1 pitch to Perez, and it's a fastball in under the letters for a strike, and so Woods has battled back to fill the count at 3-2 after falling behind 3-0. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch. Perez swings and lifts it in the air to left center field. Sorensen going back on the track and in front of the 433 sign hauls it in for out number one. As Antonio Perez gave that one a long ride, but Sorensen able to track it down for the out. But now here's Luis Garcia. Garcia is struck out swinging, bounced to second base. So 1 out, nobody on base as Woods deals. Fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count on the right-hand batter. Now Woods pitch. Breaking ball in under the letters is strike 1-1. Rohan still throwing down the left field line of the Las Vegas bullpens. We'll likely see him start the 7th inning for Las Vegas. Now Woods ready, the 1-1. Swung on, lifted up the end of the bat towards left center field. Sorensen Johnson converging, and it's Sorensen on the run, making the catch, banging into the wall and hanging on. Sorensen's been run all over the place here in this 6th inning, but he's caught both fly balls for out number 2. That ball went a long distance, but Garcia didn't really catch it. That one off the end of his bat. The wind helped carry it as the flags are absolutely starched out in left center field. He had gotten a hold of that one. That would have traveled a long, long way. Pitch on the way, and Barnes grounds one foul off his front foot for strike 1. John is fly to center and grounded out to short. No balls, 1 strike to count. Well, let's see. What's the latest on the weather? At this point, what's another degree or 2? There's 102 right now as of a couple of minutes ago. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Barnes grounds one towards the hole at short. Backhanded by Casey Smith, who sets and throws to first on target and in plenty of time to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down go the 51s here in the 6th. Jake Woods on a roll, and after 6, it's the Stingers 7th. And Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service. And it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today, no matter what you need. You can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
With the 4th of July, the 24th of July, Stingers games, and the Rocky Mountain Review going on, how could July get any hotter? Easy, with the Ace Summer Sizzlin' Sale. Your local Ace hardware dealers have some of their best savings on Ace brand products going on right now. Get an Ace brand rake or an Ace brand round point shovel for just $8.99.
An Ace brand cushion grip spray nozzle with soft vinyl grip is Ace brand priced at $4.99. It's all Ace brand all July with super savings throughout the entire store. It's the Ace Hardware Summer Sizzling July sale, and it's only at your locally owned Ace Hardware dealers. You can find the Ace dealer nearest you by logging on to acehardware.com. Ace Hardware and Ace brand products, the coolest thing going in Utah this summer. Ace, the health place.
Now back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
As we go to the seventh inning, the Stingers out in front by a score of 7-3, and left-hander Troy Brohan comes on now for the Las Vegas 51s to replace Mark Johnson, who went 6 innings, gave up 11 hits, 7 runs. They were all earned. He did strike out 5, did not walk a batter, but surrendered 3 home runs. So Troy Brohan making another appearance here in this series. First, he'll face the top of the order. Brohan appearing for the 3rd time in the series. Last night was the only game he has not pitched in this 4-game set. Zach Sorensen will be the first batter he faces. Zach 1 for 3, struck out swinging his last time up. Give you the numbers on Brohan in a moment. The first pitch to Sorensen, swinging a tap toward short. Perez takes it on the letter high bounce to throw it first, just in time for the out. Almost nonchalant of that one into an infield single. One away, that'll bring up Jake Thrower, who's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. For Brohan, this is his 44th appearance overall. He's won 3 and lost 4 with 3 saves and a 4.86 earned run average. He got the win in the extra inning game here on Friday night, pitching a scoreless inning despite loading the bases on 2 hits and a walk. Seven 3 Stingers here in the 7th with 1 out. Stinger bullpen quiet. The pitch on the way. Thrower takes high. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Jake. And we'll next greet you from Franklin Covey Field on Thursday after the All-Star break against Edmonton. Thrower takes a strike in the outside corner at the knees. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now left-hander ready. 1-1 to Thrower. Breaking ball, strike at the knees, 1-2. This call to the bullpen by Las Vegas, brought to you by Connected Wireless. Get connected, stay connected with Connected Wireless. Call 205-FREE for the location nearest you. 1-2 pitch to Thrower. Swing at a fastball and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Kellner for a strikeout. 2 up and 2 down. That'll bring up Adam Riggs. Riggs in the ball game. A pair of 2-run home runs in the ball game for Riggs. In between the 2 home runs, he's popped up to second. The pitch outside of ball, 1-0. Well, the other night he joined a list of now 5 players who have hit for the Cyclone franchise history. Now he'd like to join that exclusive group to have hit 3 home runs in a game. 1-0 pitch, a changeup outside of ball, 2-0 the count. Tim McIntosh did it. Bernardo Brito did it twice. Tom Quinlan, Casey Blake, Sal Fasano, and Ryan Gordon did it the other night, I believe. Now the 2-0. Swung on, broken bat. Looper into center field, a base hit. I was following the barrel of the bat. It wound up over by the Las Vegas dugout. The Met boy had to duck out of the way, but Riggs gets a single for that $75 piece of wood. His 3rd hit of the ball game. Hit number 12 for the Stingers in the 7th inning. And Riggs has 3 of them. That'll bring up Brian Gordon, who's 2 for 3 with a double and a single and a run scored. Catcher Ryan Kellner out to have a word with Brohan. Overall, Brohan making his 5th appearance against Salt Lake in 4 2/3 innings. He's given up 3 runs all earned on 6 hits. Also given up a couple of home run balls to the Stingers. Brohan ready. The first pitch to Brian Gordon. Swung on and lifted in the air towards left. Myro angling back towards the corner and towards the line, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. It's 7th inning stretch time here in Las Vegas. 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Upper Limit Fitness, now with 3 locations: Salt Lake, Orem, and Layton. Upper Limit Fitness will help you stretch a little further. After 6.5, it's the Stingers 7, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Most days, a great round of golf feels completely out of reach.
Oh, funky, dog-loving, snuffling anchors.
Slice, shank, hook, pull, or just miss.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
No matter your handicap, you have the chance to play the greatest round of your life when you tee it up with the Huntsman Cancer Institute at Thanksgiving Point and Promontory Ranch Club, August 12th and 13th. You can support their work with the most meaningful golf you can play. After the scores are tallied, Huntsman Cancer Institute is celebrating this year's donation gifts of companies, individuals, and organizations with a special evening of fun and entertainment at the Celebration of Hope Gala Dinner and Auction at the Salt Lake Marriott Downtown Hotel the evening of August 13th. So join us in celebration of the continuing work in progress at the Huntsman Cancer Institute.
I'll take a 9 on this one.
Please call Huntsman Cancer Institute for more information or log on to huntsmancancer.org. Special thanks to Deseret Power, Zions Bank, KJAS TV, and R.C. Willey.
We go down to the bottom of the 7th inning. Stingers a 7-3 lead. Jake Woods to face Rick Bell. He delivers a fastball outside, ball 1. Bell is doubled and popped to second in the ball game. Stingers out in front by a score of 7-3. Now the pitch. Bell takes low for a ball, and it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by Taco Maker. Now the 2 ball, no strike count on Bell. The pitch. Swung on and lofted down the right field line, slicing towards the stripe. The wind trying to blow it back fair, but it lands in foul territory by a couple of feet. 2-1 the count. Try Taco Maker's Soft Super Taco Combo Meal. Get their famous Soft Super Taco. Hot tater gems and a nice cold drink. Taco Maker, best mix under the sun. Taco Maker donates $5 to the United Way for every double play turned by the Stingers this year. The double play they turned in the 2nd inning was the 89th this season, making the total donation $445. Now the line in the 2-1 to Bell. Swung on line and just over the glove of the reaching second baseman Jake Thrower. Looks like he may have mistimed his lunge at that ball. Either way, Bell's aboard with a leadoff single. 7th to the ball game for Las Vegas. As stretching movement coming up in the Stingers bullpen. As Brian Myro comes to the plate, he is fly to center and taken a call, 3rd strike. So Bell has his 2nd hit of the ball game. Pitch on the way, swing and a pop foul to the left of home plate for strike 1. No ball, 1 strike. Infield at double play depth for Myro. Woods ready, and the 0-1 pitch. High and inside as Myro ducks underneath the changeup, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on the left-hand batter. 1-1 the count. Now the lefty Woods ready. Here's the pitch. Curveball, Josh missed outside. 2-1 the count on Myro with Joe Thurston, the second baseman, on deck. Still no one throwing in the Stingers bullpen. Some guys doing some stretching exercises, but that's about it. 2-1 the count. The pitch. Fastball high, ball 3. 3-1 the count on Myro. Jake Woods a little upset with himself. According to ESPN, it looks like Carlos Beltran will be Ken Griffey Jr.'s sub on the All-Star game. He was actually going to be picked for the American League squad before the trade was made. 3-1 pitches, popped down the left field line. Gary Johnson coming in over. Shades down, glove up, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So Myro retired, 1 away. Bell holds it for Joe Thurston, who has singled and has been called out on strikes. So 1 out, 1 on here in the Las Vegas 7th inning. Yesterday, Barry Bonds set the all-time intentional walk record. He was intentionally passed 3 times yesterday, giving him 71 intentional walks before the All-Star break. That's more than any other team has ever intentionally walked in the Major League. There's a swing ground ball right side. Thrower's got it, goes to second for 1. That's all they'll get as they get the lead runner Bell on the slow high hopper. 4-6 on the force out of Bell. 2 down with Thurston at first for Ryan Kellner. Grounded out. Actually grounded into a double play and pumped to first base. Bonds has intentionally walked 71 times. The St. Louis Cardinals as a team are next. They've been intentionally walked 40 times. Bonds set the record of 68 2 seasons ago. Pitch on the way, and here's Kellner hitting a chopper toward third. Pelaez charges, gloves, steps and throws to first. A little bit off the mark, but Nieves able to reach back with the right foot to get Kellner, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left stranded. We move to the 8th. And it's still the Stingers 7, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Oil's one for the money, 2 for the show. We're ready to get ready now. Go, can't go to Jake's over the top, baby. Yeah.
Let me tell you about Jake's Over the Top. The name comes from the insane way their monster shakes rises inches above the top of the cup. A mountain of ice cream blended with fresh fruit, nuts, candy, and cookies. Like the strawberry banana shake, the turf shake, or the yum-yum.
And if you're lonesome tonight,
join me for a burger big enough for the 2 of us. It's called a Big Jake Burger. This hunk of burning lard are 2 quarter-pound cheeseburgers, topped with 2 slices of cheddar cheese, freshly cooked bacon, ketchup, mayo, mustard, pickles, lettuce, and tomatoes on a sesame seed bun.
Fresh strawberries and bananas mixed with mounds of rich, smooth vanilla ice cream, all blended together. Our regular fresh strawberry and banana shake has almost 2 pounds of ice cream. At Jake's, we don't stop at the top.
Thank you. Jake's Over the Top. Thank you very much.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the Big Green Monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
We move along to the 8th. Troy Braun getting to start his 2nd inning of relief for Las Vegas. The Stingers out in front by a score of 7-3. It'll be Will Nieves, Alex Pelaez, and Gary Johnson, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, 2 up. Here in the Stingers lineup in the 8th inning. Nieves 1 for 3 with a single back in the 4th inning. So Nieves to lead things off, facing the left-hander, Troy Brohan. It begins his 2nd inning. First pitch on the way, 1 outside. The right-hand batter, ball 1. Time now for a look ahead at the upcoming Stingers schedule, brought to you by University of Utah Football. The defending Mountain West Conference and Liberty Bowl champs play 6 home games, starting with Texas A&M and finishing with BYU. 1-0 pitch on the way, and it's low and outside, ball 2. Season tickets are now available at 581-UTICS or online at utahus.com. U of U football, you ain't seen nothing yet. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Yes, grounds 1 through the right side and into right field, a base hit. So Will has his 2nd hit of the ball game. And for the Stingers, that is hit number 13 on this Sunday afternoon. Stingers trying to win just their 6th-day game of the season out of 22. That'll bring up Alex Pelaez, who's 2 for 3, and clubbed a 2-run homer his last time up. Well, looking ahead at the schedule, 3 days off for the Stingers, starting with the All-Star break tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They return home on Thursday to take on the Edmonton Trappers in a 4-game series. First trip to Pelaez, pitch rather, a strike 1-1. 7 o'clock starts against Edmonton Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights with a 2 o'clock start next Sunday afternoon. Thursday night, Thirsty Thursday, all drinks $2. Then it's on the road again, a 4-game set at Sacramento. The 0-1 to Pelaez, swung on, that's lifted in the air towards left. Myro going back, it's up there, and it is gone. Alex Pelaez with his second 2-run homer of the ball game, and it's now the Stingers 9 and Las Vegas 3. So Pelaez has doubled his home run output on the season with a pair today. He now has 44 runs batted in on the season. Now the Stingers had a 5-homer game in the first game of the series, and they have 4 today, each one coming with a man on base. And now here's Gary Johnson, who's 0 for 3. Facing the left-hander Brohan, the pitch a curveball outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So the Stingers bringing up the serious lumber here this afternoon. Now the pitch swing and a miss to the big sweeping breaking ball. 1-1 the count. One ball, 1 strike. The left-handed hitter Gary Johnson. Now Brohan ready, the 1-1. Johnson takes low for a ball, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ryan Buddy, the catcher, due next. Now Brohan, the 2-1. Johnson swings. It's a little pop fly into shallow left. That's going to land on the lawn for a base hit. Johnson will take the turn at first and head to second base as the third baseman Bell stopped going after it. Waiting for the left fielder Myro to come a long way to pick it up. So Johnson gets his 11th double. That is the 15th hit for the Stingers this afternoon. And that is the 4th off of Brohan. Now here's Ryan Buddy, who's 2 for 3. For some reason, Rick Bell gave up on going after it. He was closer to the ball when it landed, and it pretty much rolled to a quick stop. Then to the left fielder Myro. And now Brohan's pitch, and Buddy takes a fastball outside of the belt. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Andy Ramirez rested by the Red Sox today due to tightness in both hamstrings, but he's not expected to miss the All-Star game on Tuesday. 1-0 pitch to Buddy. Breaking ball, misses down low for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Ramirez homered twice last night in the Red Sox 14-6 win over Texas. He has played in 83 of the Red Sox first 85 games this season. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on Buddy as Brohan steps off. Activity now has begun to stir down in the Las Vegas bullpen as right-hander Tom Farmer starts to loosen up. That shouldn't take long today. 9-3 Salt Lake, trying to make it 3 out of 4 over Las Vegas and 6 out of 8 on the season. So the meeting on the mound has adjourned. Gary Johnson out at second base with nobody out. 2 balls, no strikes. Now Brohan's pitch to Buddy. Fastball high, ball 3. 3-0 the count with Casey Smith due next. Red Sox batting in the bottom of the 9th, trailing Texas 6-5. Chicago leading Seattle 4-3 in the 7th. 3-0 to Buddy. Fastball strike outside corner below the letters, 3-1. Other games in progress. Phillies batting in the bottom of the 9th against Atlanta, trailing the Braves 6-4. Brewers and Reds are tied 6-6 in the 8th at Miller Park. Marlins still leading the Mets 4-0. Dontrell Willis in the 6th has allowed 3 hits. Here's Buddy swinging and fouling a fastball back 3-2. Colorado leads San Diego 1-0 in the 3rd. Padres have dropped 4 straight. And later on tonight over on the 1320 K-Fan at 5:37 the pregame, a little after 6 for the first pitch. It's the Cubs, the Cardinals. Kerry Wood returns off the disabled list for Chicago against right-hander Chris Carpenter. Wood 3-3, Carpenter 9-3. 3 balls, 2 strikes as Buddy steps out. Three balls, 2 strikes. Down to the lead at second. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss at a nasty breaking ball. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Brohan, and that is the 7th for Las Vegas pitching in the ball game. That'll bring up Casey Smith, who's 0 for 3. Struck out, swinging into a double play in the second. He cinched flat out twice, once to deep center, once to right. A 1 out, a runner at second base. Now Brohan ready, and the pitch. Fastball way outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Those Stingers trying to go into the break at 37-53. They certainly have played better as of late. 1 ball, no strikes. A pitch. Third ball in there at the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And it started really against Las Vegas. They won 3 out of 4 in late June. Now the 1-1. Third ball over for a strike, 1-2. It actually seemed like they've played better than this, but they have won. They will have gone 11-7 since then, since they reached 19 games below 500 at 26-45. 1-2 delivery, swinging a roller towards third. Up with it, Bell. Looks Johnson back to second. Throws to first for the out. So Smith retired for the 4th time today. 2 outs to the top of the order, and Zach Sorensen is 1 for 4. And the All-Star break coming at a good time for the Stingers. So 2 outs, a runner at second base. Stingers 2 runs here in the 8th inning. Now a 2-run home run by Alex Pelaez, his second 2-run blast of the game. There's a pitch off speed and over to Sorensen for strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Wind still strong and blowing out. Now the 0-1 to Sorensen. Swing and a miss at a changeup, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Sorensen. In the bottom of the 8th, Las Vegas will have the top of their order due up. No balls, 2 strikes. Now Brohan ready. The 2-strike pitch to Zach. Swung on and lifted into left center field. Theodoro drifting over from his center field spot is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. The Stingers scored 2 more runs on 3 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Stingers 9, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
It off the tee.
Stick it on the ground. Or just be able to find it after you hit it. We're here to tell you, all you need is 3.
3.
Introducing the 3 Club Tour, developed by ESPN Golf Schools, presented by Lexus. To find out more, log on to ESPNGolfSchools.com or call 1-800-642-5512. World-class golf instruction is coming to your town.
Reserve your spot at beautiful South Mountain Golf Club and receive a new Cleveland launcher driver, gunmetal wedge, and voodoo putter. Call 1-800-642-5528.
Hey, this is Dale Shanzi from Totally Awesome Computers, where we have the best service on the planet. It is so good you can't even say other computer companies even have service compared to ours, because they don't. They just don't help you. Now, Look, if service isn't really important to you and you don't really care about that, then just buy from Totally Awesome because we'll smoke any price on Earth, and we have the fastest computers on the planet, and that's, we got a $1,000 guarantee on that. But if service is important to you and you really want to know the truth, and you're not sure if I'm, full of phony baloney and maybe I'm just giving you a big old line in a sales pitch, check this out, okay? You're shopping for a computer, just go home, have dinner, watch the news, maybe catch the late show, come 11:30, midnight, 1 a.m., call every computer company you can think of. And the first one that answers the phone with a real live human being and helps you with all your questions, just buy from them. Totally Awesome. We're the only ones that answer the phone 24 hours a day. Everybody else just makes you press buttons and wait on hold.
Well, we head down to the bottom half of inning number 8. Jake Woods out to start the 8th inning. I would have not expected anybody to go this deep into a game as hot as it is today. This will be if he gets, well, he's already at 7 innings, so it's his longest outing out of the 5 starts he's made for Salt Lake. Top of the order, Nick Theodoro, 2-3. Yoshi Mizuo, who started Thursday's game, warming up in the Stingers bullpen. The pitch, fastball inside, ball 1. They double-checked that. Yes, that was Thursday's game. Yoshi worked 4 innings in that one. A 1-ball pitch to Theodoro. Long on line, base hit left center field. Casey Smith was poised to make a leap for that ball, but realized on its way out there that he had no chance. And so Nick Theodoro has his 3rd hit. He'll be representing Las Vegas in the AAA All-Star game coming up on Wednesday at Pawtucket. Here's Jason Repko's 1 for 3 with a run batted in. Got to think, though, that the gas tank has got to be showing empty pretty soon on Jake Woods on this hot afternoon. Now the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Repko out in front of an off-speed delivery for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Dust storm ticking up over on the west side of the valley. Fortunately, the wind is blowing that way, so the dust will stay over on the west side of the valley. No balls, 1 strike the count on Repko. Woods ready to pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Woods trying to go to 3-1. 102, the current temperature here in Las Vegas. Pitch to Repko, fastball high, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stingers still have some hot weather games left, not only at home, but at Sacramento. They're back here Labor Day weekend. And plus hot and muggy in Nashville and Memphis. Here's Repko swinging and fouling 1 back. Hopefully a little more comfortable with the road series still left in Portland and in Edmonton. One service showing the wind speed at 8 miles per hour, but I'm sure it's a lot stronger than that. There's a backdoor breaking ball that misses outside. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Humidity is only 12%, so it is a dry heat, but then again, my oven has dry heat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swung on and split foul. First base side out of play. Still 2-2 on Jason Repko with Antonio Perez to next. Stingers leading 9-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Woods from the stretch ready. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and again sliced foul out of play down the right field side. And the chase is on for the Souvenir. 2-2 the count as the catcher Buddy goes out to have a quick word with Woods. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now Woods ready. From the belt, the 2-2 again fouled off. Well, that's not going to help Woods' longevity. I would probably guesstimate, I can't see everybody sitting in the misters below, that there couldn't have been more than 200 people here today, not counting those sitting in the air-conditioned restaurant to my left. Here's Repko swinging, bouncing 1 to third, scooped up by Pelaez. His play to first in time for the out. Theodoro advances to second on the play, but a nice scoop off the short hop by Alex Pelaez over at third. 1 out. That'll bring up Antonio Perez. The official attendance, including season ticket holders who aren't here, 1,553. Now here's Antonio Perez. 2-run homer in the first. Since then, he's bounced to short and fly to center field. Woods ready. First pitch to Antonio. Swinging a foul off the screen. Strike one. No balls, one strike. Now Yoshi has sat down, and Dusty Berkman is up in the Stingers bullpen. And Steve Green would be the scheduled starting pitcher on Thursday. Now the 0-1 from Woods. Fastball strike, and it's 0-2. Woods got off to a very shaky start. 3 batters in the ball game. He had given up 3 runs and had erased a 2-0 Stinger lead. He has allowed 4 hits and no runs since. The 0-2 pitch to Perez. Rain a roller up the middle. The shortstop Smith was left, has it. Throws to first in plenty of time to get Perez. And on the play, Theodoro goes to third. 2 down to Luis Garcia, who is struck out, grounded out, and flied out. A lot of surprise expressed in the Stingers clubhouse today that the Mariners had activated Raul Ibanez yesterday. They felt that after watching him in that series against the Stingers for Tacoma that they didn't feel he was ready, but he got promoted when they put Rich Aurelia on the designated for assignment list. There's a breaking ball low, ball 1, 1-0, the count on Garcia. Jason LaRue has just hit a 2-run homer in the 9th inning to snap a 6-6 tie to give the Reds an 8-6 lead at Milwaukee. 1-0 pitch on the way. Garcia swings, and there it goes to the left. That ball's up there. It's out there, and it's gone. A line drive home run by Luis Garcia on a 1-0 pitch, and it's now a 9-5 ball game. That is the 6th 2-run homer of the ball game, but the Stingers have 4 of them. That 2-run homer came on the 102nd pitch of the ball game for Jake Woods, and for Garcia, that's his 22nd home run of the year, and that ties him with Phil Hyatt of New Orleans and Joe Dillon of Albuquerque for 3rd in the PCL in the long ball. Now here's John Barnes, who's 0 for 3. He's fly to center, and he's twice bounced to short. Pitch on the way is pulled foul down the left field side, strike one. A big negative on that, despite a great performance. Woods' 7.20 earned run average won't fluctuate all that much now. No balls, one strike, the count on Barnes as Woods delivers. Long on, little bat handle looper into shallow right, but Brian Gordon will come on in and track it down for the 3rd out of the inning. 2-run score on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on the base paths. We move to 9th. It's the Stingers 9, Las Vegas 5 on ESPN 1230.
Most days, a great round of golf feels completely out of reach.
Oh, monkey dog loving Dublin anchors.
Slice, shank, hook, pull, or just miss.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
No matter your handicap, you have the chance to play the greatest round of your life when you tee it up with the Huntsman Cancer Institute at Thanksgiving Point and Promontory Ranch Club, August 12th and 13th. You can support their work with the most meaningful golf you can play. After the scores are tallied, Huntsman Cancer Institute is celebrating this year's donation gifts of companies, individuals, and organizations with a special evening of fun and entertainment at the Celebration of Hope Gala Dinner and Auction at the Salt Lake Marriott Downtown Hotel the evening of August 13th. So join us in celebration of the continuing work in progress at the Huntsman Cancer Institute.
I'll take a 9 on this one.
Please call Huntsman Cancer Institute for more information or log on to huntsmancancer.org. Special thanks to Marriott Hotels, KFAN Radio, and Citadel Communications.
After a 10-win season, a Liberty Bowl shutout of Southern Miss, and a top 25 ranking, you may think the University of Utah football team is satisfied. Well, Urban Meyer and the boys want to let you in on a little secret. You ain't seen nothing yet. Ain't seen nothing yet. So call 581-UTIPS for your season tickets because you ain't seen nothing yet.
As we go to the ninth inning. Yency Brazoban and pitch now for the Las Vegas 51. Pitched 2 1/3 innings 2 nights ago and retired all 7 batters he faced, striking out 4 of them. He's joining the team from AA Jacksonville. Brazoban in 3 appearances, 1 save, 1 hit, no runs allowed in 4 1/3 innings with 5 strikeouts. First pitch to Jake Thrower outside at the knees, ball 1. Thrower 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored in the 6th inning. This shakeup of the Las Vegas lineup brought to you by Jake's Over the Top. As Brazoban misses high, ball 2, 2-0 the count. Jake's Over the Top is now serving their fresh raspberry shake with pounds of rich, smooth vanilla ice cream. The regular size fresh raspberry shake has almost 2 pounds of ice cream, so pick one up today. 2-0 pitch on the way, swinging a fastball and a foul back, 2-1. No, 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Yency Brazoban acquired in the deal from the Yankees by the Dodgers, along with Jeff Weaver and 1 other for Kevin Brown back on December the 13th. 2-1 the count on Jake Thrower. The pitch swung on, jammed him, popped it up foul behind home plate, and that evened the count at 2-2. 9 runs, 15 hits, no errors for the Stingers. 5-9-0 for Las Vegas. Stingers left 5 men on base, while Las Vegas is stranded 3. 2-2 the count on Thrower as Brazoban delivers. Low and inside as Thrower jumps back out of the way, ball 3. Troy Brawlhorn for Las Vegas went 2 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. He struck out 2, did not walk a batter, and surrendered a home run. 2-run blast by Alex Pelaez. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swinging a chopper high off the plate up the third base side, and it's foul. Ball had some English on it. Looked like it might want to go back fair, so the catcher Kellner quickly pounced on it and made sure that it stayed a foul ball. So count remains full at 3-2 on Jake Thrower. Adam Riggs and Brian Gordon to follow. 9-5 Stingers were in the ninth. And not too many more games still being played right now in Major Leagues. Just 1 active game in the American League. The White Sox still leading the Mariners 4-3 in the 8th as Chicago goes for the sweep and a chance to move into first place in the AL Central. Cincinnati still batting in the 9th. Willie Mopena now has homered, and it's 9-6 Reds in the 9th. 3-2 pitch to Thrower. Fastball hit in the air towards left. Myra going back, still going back. It's high off the top of the wall, and Jake with the turnaround first on his way to second base with a double. That's his 19th 2-bagger of the year, and that's tied with Brian Gordon for the team lead in that department. The Stingers get their first hit off of Brazoban. 16th hit in the game for the Stingers. That'll bring up Adam Riggs, who's 3 for 4 in the ball game with a pair of 2-run homers and a single. 10 for 18 in this series. So Thrower at second base. Nobody out as Brazoban's pitch comes home, and Riggs takes a fastball high, ball 1. Want to know the count? Time called as the catcher Kellner goes out to the mound to talk with Brazoban. Florida 4, the Mets 1 in the 7th at Miami. The West Coast games. Padres lead the Rockies 2-1 in the 4th. Ryan Klesko homered for the Padres in that one. After 4 in San Francisco, the Giants and Diamondbacks are tied at 1. And in Los Angeles, the Dodgers lead the Astros 2-0 in the 5th. Want to know the count on Riggs? Now Brazoban's pitch. Swing and a miss to the slider, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brazoban primarily a fastball slider pitcher. Just in case he has troubles, Farmer's still up in the Las Vegas bullpen. A couple of good live young arms in Brazoban and Farmer out of the Las Vegas bullpen. 1-1 pitch cued off the end of the bat to the right side. The first baseman Garcia tosses to Brazoban, covering in time for the out. On the play, Thrower advances to third. So 3-1 on the put out of Riggs, 1 away, and that'll bring up Brian Gordon, who's 2 for 4, including a double run scored. His 22nd multiple hit game of the season. And tonight, Cubs and Cards from St. Louis. Cardinals going for the sweep and a chance to extend their lead to 9 games in the National League Central. That close race all of a sudden is open wide up. There's a strike at the knees, a slider, 0-1. The rest of the National League Central will be battling for the wild card position. No balls, 1 strike the count on Gordon as Brazoban delivers. Swung on, loop towards left. That's going to land on the lawn for a base hit. Jogging in from third is Jake Thrower on the RBI single by Brian Gordon. And it's now a 10-5 Salt Lake lead. So Gordon drives in his team leading 53rd run of the season. That is their 17th hit of the ball game. And now here's Will Nieves, who has a pair of hits in the ball game. So like an old top 40 radio station, the hits just keep on coming for the Salt Lake Stingers. So 1 out, 1 on for the Stingers here in the 9th and 1 in. Pitch outside the ball, 1-0. So Yency Brazoban surrenders his first run allowed at the AAA level. 1 ball, no strikes. This is just his second full season as a pitcher after playing 5 years in the Yankee system as an outfielder. Fastball in for a strike, 1-1. Didn't play too badly, really, as an outfielder. A .283 average in the minor leagues. He also led the South Atlantic League with that strong right arm of his with 19 outfield assists in 2001. 1-1 pitch, the slider misses outside, 2-1. Matter of fact, twice he was Gulf Coast League All-Star as an outfielder. Of course, that may be telling you something when you're at the rookie level for 2 straight years. That doesn't happen very often. 2 balls, 1 strike the count on Nieves. The pitch. Swung on and fouled off to our right, up above us. 2-2 the count on Will. Looking ahead to the Las Vegas 9th, they'll have Bell, Myro, and Thurston due up. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Nieves. Now Brazoban ready. Here's the 2-2. Fastball, lifted foul. Out of play down the right field side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chase is on for the Souvenir. Now Dusty Bergman is sat down, and Yoshi Mizuho is back up in the Stingers bullpen. So maybe Yoshi who comes on to pitch the 9th inning. Now the 2 ball, 2 strike pitch to Will. Swinging another foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Nieves. Just looking up and down the order, everybody on the Stingers but one has at least 1 hit. And to protect the innocent, we won't tell you who it is. Now, Casey Smith 0 for 4. There's a pitch line to the right field, a base hit. Stopping at second base is Brian Gordon, and so the Stingers have runners at first and second base with 1 out. Casey made a couple of nice plays defensively, though, to contribute. Actually hit the ball well 5th inning, but had extra bases taken away by Nick Theodorou. So 2 on, 1 out for Alex Pelaez, who's 3 for 4 with a pair of 2-run home runs in the game. So 2 on, 1 out. 18 hits for the Stingers. They have had a hit in every inning but the 3rd and 5th. They've gotten them in bunches. Pelaez takes inside, ball 1. Stingers' highest output for hits in a game this year, 20. June 27th at Tucson. Now the 1-0. Swinging a chopper up the middle. Could be 2. Perez steps on second for 1. Throws to first and gets the inning-ending double play. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors and 1 runner left on the base paths. And so we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's the Stingers 10 and Las Vegas 5 on ESPN 1230.
When's the last time you got a bonus? You know, just like that. Well, a $2,000 bonus is waiting for you at Edmonds Recreation in Tooele, because between now and the end of August, you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks for the purchase of a 2003 Honda VTC 1800 motorcycle. You can use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even at down payment. And right now, you can ride out with a Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle with 3.9% fixed APR for up to 3 years and 0 down payment upon approved credit through American Honda Finance Corporation. So head on down to Stedman Simmons Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele and use your $2,000 in bonus bucks on parts or accessories. With your new gear, you're going to be cruising the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Financing available to qualified buyers through July 31st, 2004. Payment example, 36 monthly payments of $29.48 for each $1,000 finance. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
Dusty Berkman, as it turns out, will be the pitcher who comes on in the ninth for the Stingers. And for Berkman, this will be his 26th appearance of the year. He's 1-0 with a 3.12 earned run average. The PCL batting .279 against Dusty Berkman. For Berkman, this will be his second appearance of the series. He gave up a run on 2 hits in an inning and 2/3 here on Thursday night. He'll face Rick Bell, Brian Myro, and Joe Thurston. Bergman's first pitch to Bell, and it's a fastball strike 0-1. A strong performance by Jake Woods. 8 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs all earned, 3 strikeouts, no walks, and a couple of homers. Pitch inside the ball, 1-1. As we mentioned earlier, gave up a double, single, and a 2-run homer in the first 3 batters, but settled down after that until he gave up the 2-run homer in the 8th. Fastball outside. 2-1, the count on Bell, who has doubled, popped to second, and singled to right field. Now the pitch, swing, and a foul back behind home plate, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stingers with Johnson, Sorensen, Gordon, and left, center, and right. Elias Smith, thrower in Nieves. The infield third to first. A battery of Berkman pitching and Buddy catching. Now the pitch, swing, and a miss, and a good slider down and in. He struck him out. 1 down here in the ninth. That'll bring up Brian Myro, who's 0 for 3. Flied out to left his last time up. Robbed on a great time catch of a single and a run batted in by Zach Sorensen in the first inning. A 1 out here in the Las Vegas ninth. As there's a pitch swung on, sharply hit, 1 up off the glove of thrower who can't find the handle on it and throws late to first base. A hot 1 hopper, but he kept it close by. Had a chance to still get the out, but when he went down to pick it up, it slipped out of his hand like a slippery bar of soap. Ball was sharply hit, but an error has been charged to Jake Rower over at second base. First error charged to either team here in the ball game. The batter will be Joe Thurston, who's 1 for 3. A 1 on, 1 out here in the ninth for Las Vegas. Bergman's first pitch to Thurston. The runner goes. The pitch is a strike, and he'll get second base on indifference. 0-1 the count. No balls, 1 strike here in the ninth. Stingers 2 outs away from making it 3 out of 4 over Las Vegas in the series and 6 out of 8 over the 51s on the season. Stingers, here's a pitch fouled back. The Salt Lake franchise history in its 11th year of the Buzz and Stingers, they have more wins against Las Vegas than any other franchise in the PCL. 87 and 61 against Las Vegas heading into today's play. No balls, 2 strikes. Bergman's pitch to Thurston. Curveball low, 1-2 the count on the left-hand batter. Well, we understand Dallas McPherson has struck out in both of his plate appearances. So you go back to the other night when he struck out 6 straight times. He has struck out 8 straight times since his 3-run homer in the 9th inning on Thursday. A 1-2 to Thurston. Long on line. This one, a leaping catch by thrower. He looks towards second, but had no play on Myro. Got up on his toes and got just high enough in the air to spear the line drive off the bat of Thurston. So now there's 2 out of the ninth for Ryan Kellner, who's 0 for 3. Grounded into a double play, popped to first, and bounced to third. So 2 outs, a runner at second base. Dusty Berkman trying to finish it off here. Ryan Keller, the batter. 0 for 3 on the day. 0 for 9 in the series, and he swings and lifts it in the left field. Johnson going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Ryan Kellner with David. And it's now a 10-7 ball game. The runs are unearned as the error extended the inning earlier. But Kellner hits his 4th home run, and for Dusty Berman, that's the 2nd round tripper that he has given up this year. So that is the 7th 2-run homer we've seen in this ball game. Now here's Nick Theodoro, who's 3 for 4. And now 2 out, the base is empty. Again, the runs are unearned. The pitch on the way, and it's a fastball in for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swinging a foul back, and it's 0-2. I said early in the ball game this was the kind of day where you could see both teams end up in double digits. The Stingers got to 10. Las Vegas right now at 7. Again, 7 2-run homers in the game. 4 for the Stingers and 3 for Las Vegas. Alex Pelaez and Adam Riggs each hitting 2 for Salt Lake. Now the 0-2 pitch to Theodoro. Long on, top toward third, scooped up by Pelaez to his left. The throw to first, and that's the ball game. Nice play by Alex, scooping that one up on the short hop, sliding across to his left. So in the 9th inning, 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, nobody left on the base paths. Handshakes and high fives all around with the final score. The Salt Lake Stingers 10 and the Las Vegas 51s 7. We'll be back with the 10th inning show next on ESPN 1230.
This has been Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game. The 10th inning show is coming up next on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Are you ready to upgrade to DirecTV, the only place for the NFL Sunday tickets? Chip here from Sky Satellite. July 18th is the last day you're going to be able to get DirecTV programming for only $29.99 a month. Call 978-0022.
Well, if you're sick of paying for cable with prices way too high, you need to call my friends over at Sky Satellite. You'll get a whole lot more choices. Installation is free. And get your SKY Satellite TV. Yeah, you're going to love these guys over here at Sky Satellite. And you're going to love your DirecTV system.
Call Sky Satellite and mention this radio station, and we'll even give you a $100 receiver upgrade free. Get caller ID and built-in video games on every single receiver. Is that cool or what? Call 978-0022.
And get your SKY Satellite TV.
Call 978-0022. That's 978-0022.
The game is over, and the fans are leaving the ballpark. It's time now for the 10th inning show, a complete wrap-up of today's game, with a look at the rest of the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball. This is the 10th inning show on ESPN 1230 AM. Now let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark here in Las Vegas, where the Stingers prevailed today by a final score of 10-7, as the Stingers pick up the 3rd win out of 4 games here in Las Vegas, as they pick up the series win here at Cashman Field. Final totals in the ball game for the Stingers: 10 runs on 18 hits, 1 error, and they left 6 men on base. For Las Vegas, 7 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and they left 3 men on base. The winning pitcher, Jake Woods, now 3-1, while the losing pitcher, Mark Johnson, he drops his record now to 3-8. Time of game, a snappy 2 hours, 24 minutes. That's usually the case on the game prior to the All-Star break, and like the last game of the season as well. The attendance officially 1,633 in regards to people actually here at the ballpark, maybe a couple of hundred tops here today at Cashman Field. So both teams bringing out the lumber, a total of 7 two-run homers in the ball game, 4 for the Stingers and 3 for Las Vegas. Adam Riggs and Alex Pelaez providing the damage as they each delivered a pair of two-run homers in the game. Riggs and Pelaez each going 3 for 5 with 4 RBI each. So the Stingers go into the All-Star break at 37 and 53. They've won 11 and lost 7, though, of their last 18 ball games, while Las Vegas drops to 40 and 51 on the season. So the Stingers picking up the win here this afternoon. It's now time for our Gus Paulus Impossible Defensive Play of the Game, brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. And it came in the bottom of the first inning. Las Vegas had overcome an early 2-0 deficit, led 3-2, had a runner at second base with 2 out, and Brian Myro is at the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike. Woods ready. The pitch. Swung on, flared to center field. Sorensen coming on, dives and makes a sensational grab to take a hit away and an RBI away from Brian Myro, diving forward, making the grab, rolling head over heels and hanging on for the out. And that could very well be our impossible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. And it was indeed our impossible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Paulus Auto Group. For the best deals on an American Revolution of Chevy cars and trucks, visit Gus Paulus Chevrolet at 35th South, 40th West. With Gus, anything is possible. So the Stingers take it this afternoon by a final score of 10-7. We'll take a look at the other scores around baseball next on ESPN 1230.
Most days, a great round of golf feels completely out of reach.
Oh, funky dog-loving Dublin anchors.
Slice, shank, hook, pull, or just miss.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
No matter your handicap, you have the chance to play the greatest round of your life when you tee it up with the Huntsman Cancer Institute at Thanksgiving Point and Promontory Ranch Club, August 12th and 13th. You can support their work with the most meaningful golf you can play. After the scores are tallied, Huntsman Cancer Institute is celebrating this year's donation gifts of companies, individuals, and organizations with a special evening of fun and entertainment at the Celebration of Hope Gala Dinner in Austin at the Salt Lake Marriott Downtown Hotel the evening of August 13th. So join us in celebration of the continuing work in progress at the Huntsman Cancer Institute.
I'll take a 9 on this one.
Please call Huntsman Cancer Institute for more information or log on to huntsmancancer.org. Special thanks to Delta Airlines, Deseret Morning News, and Layden Construction.
If you need to lose 15, 20, even 50 pounds or more, then you need the powerful one-day diet, an amazing breakthrough that guarantees rapid weight loss without giving up your favorite foods, counting calories, or taking dangerous diet pills.
I'm Linda. I lost 10 pounds in 7 days. I was skeptical at first, but it's simple, easy, and it really works.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I lost 21 pounds in 37 days and 10 inches off my waist on the one-day diet. I couldn't believe it.
There now exists a bioactive weight loss compound so powerful, so effective, that it boosts your metabolism, burns stored fat, and helps you lose weight fast. The one-day diet is much too powerful for people that need to lose less than 15 pounds.
Hi, my name is Anna. I lost 27 pounds in 45 days. I've never tried anything like this. It's truly amazing.
Call now for your risk-free starter pack at 1-800-626-5184. One-day diet is 100% safe, natural, and guaranteed. 1-800-626-5184. Call toll free, 1-800-626-5184. That's 1-800-626-5184.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, where the Stingers prevailed today by a final score of 10-7. It's time now to take a look at the other scores around the PCL as well as Major League Baseball, brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal Light Bulb. You can check out the Reveal Bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Stingers winning today 10-7 for only their 6th win in 22 day games this season. Elsewhere in the Pacific Coast League, Iowa and New Orleans suspended by rain in Des Moines after 3, tied at 1. They'll finish that one the next 2 times they meet. In the 4th at Colorado Springs, Oklahoma is out in front of the Sky Sox by a score of 6-3. In the 5th inning at Albuquerque, Memphis out in front of the Isotopes by a score of 2-1. After 3 innings in Edmonton, the Trappers out in front of Tucson by a score of 4-1. Now that is a final. That's the 7-inning final, 4-2, Edmonton a winner over Tucson. Fresno and Tacoma 2 up in the Northwest. The Rainiers leading Fresno by a score of 3-2. Later on this evening, it's Omaha at Nashville and Portland at Sacramento. All of the games in the American League have been completed. It was Cleveland downing Oakland 4-1 as Cliff Lee raises his record to 9-1. Barry Zito drops to 4-7. At Toronto, the Angels completed a 3-game series sweep of the Blue Jays, winning 5-2 as John Lackey is now 4-1 over his last 7 starts. At New York, the Yankees pound Tampa Bay 10-3 as El Duque comes off the disabled list and picks up the win. At Baltimore, Kansas City outlasts the Orioles 11-7. Mike Sweeney with a pair of home runs. Texas held on to Fenway over the Red Sox today, 6-5. In the Metrodome at Minneapolis, Detroit beat the Twins by a score of 2-0 on Eric Munson's 12th home run of the year. And in Chicago, the White Sox finished off a sweep of the Mariners, beating Seattle by a score of 4-3. Aaron Rowan, Jose Valentin, and Juan Uribe all homer, and so that moves Chicago ahead of Minnesota in the American League Central. In the National League, Justine, Milwaukee loses at home to Cincinnati 9-6. Willie Mo Pena and Jason LaRue homer in the 9th inning to break a 6-all tie. In the bottom of the 7th at Miami, Florida leads the Mets by a score of 5-2. Jeff Conine with his 6th home run. After 4.5 at San Diego, the Padres try to stamp a 4-game losing streak, lead Colorado 2-1. In the bottom of the 5th at San Francisco, the Giants have scored 3 and have taken a 4-1 lead on Arizona. And in the bottom of the 6th inning at Los Angeles, the Astros and the Dodgers are tied at 2-2. Carlos Beltran with the 21st home run of the year in the 6th, tying the game for Houston. Finals, Montreal beat Pittsburgh 2-1. The former Edmonton Trapper, Scott Downs, picks up the win for the Expos today. And at Philadelphia, the Braves knock off the Phillies by a score of 6-4. And over on 1320 KFan at 5:37 for the pregame, a little after 6 o'clock for the first pitch. The Cardinals look for their 9th consecutive win, while the Cubs try to avoid a 6-game losing streak. As the Cubs and Cards meet tonight at Busch Stadium, Kerry Wood back on the mound for Chicago against Chris Carpenter for St. Louis. Here this afternoon, the Stingers outlast the 51s by a score of 10-7. We'll come back with the highlights after this on ESPN 1230.
10K and marathon runners, be a part of Utah's longest running tradition. The Mountain America Financial Services Deseret Morning News KJET TV 10K and Marathon on July 24th. Last day to register is Saturday, July 17th. Register online at doitsports.com. Mail-in registration forms available at Maverick or in person on Saturday, July 17th at Buffet Beppo Restaurants downtown. Or Fort Union, where a special carb-load pasta meal will be offered for only $7 for all race participants. Remember, last day to register July 17th for the Mountain America Financial Services Deseret Morning News KJS TV 10K Marathon on July 24th. Register online at doitsports.com or mail-in registration available at Maverick or in person on Saturday, July 17th from noon to 6 p.m. at Buca de Beppo, 202 West, 300 South, or 952 East Fort Union Boulevard. Brought to you by Mountain America Financial Services, the new Smith's Marketplace, and Maverick, Adventure's first stop. A $1 donation will be made to Primary Children's Medical Center for each registered runner.
Attention smokers. Find out how to get 2 free cartons of your preferred brand of cigarettes. That's right, the makers of Smoke Free and 3 are so confident you will finally quit smoking that they'll buy your next 2 cartons for you if you don't quit. Never again will you have smoke-filled clothes, bad breath, to jeopardize the health of your loved ones. Just listen to these ex-smokers.
I've been smoking a carton of cigarettes per week as long as I can remember. The very first day I started the Smoke Free and 3 system, I quit.
This is Shelley, and my cravings have decreased. I'm calmer, less irritable, and I've been smoke-free for a month now.
This system really surprised me on how effectively and quickly it works.
Smoke Free and 3 is strong against cravings mentally and physically, so you can stop for good. No stress, no jitters, no anxiety, and no more money wasted on cigarettes.
Call now for your trial of Smoke Free and 3 at 1-888-317-7098. Stop smoking in just days, guaranteed. 1-888-317-7098. If you don't stop, we'll send you $100 to buy your next 2 cartons. Call 1-888-317-7098. That's 1-888-317-7098.
Welcome back to Las Vegas, where the Stingers jumped out in front in the top half of the first inning against starter Mark Johnson for Las Vegas. Zach Sorensen singled to center, moved to second on a wild pitch, and 1 out later came home courtesy of Adam Riggs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson delivers a fastball. It's hit in the air towards left. Theodoro drifting back, still going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it is gone. A 2-run home run for Adam Riggs, and the Stingers take an early 2-0 lead. So 2-0 Stingers, but the lead didn't last but 3 batters rather, in the bottom of the first inning as Nick Theodoro led up with a double. Came home on a base hit by Jason Repko. Repko moving to second on the throw through, and that brought Antonio Perez to the plate. 6'1", 190-pound left-hander from Fresno delivers. Swung on and lifted in the air towards left center. That ball's up there. It's out there, and it is long gone. A two-run home run for Antonio Perez, and Las Vegas takes the lead 3-2. So a 3-2 Las Vegas lead at that point. The Stingers tie it in the fourth inning when Brian Gordon doubled, moved to third on a single to center by Will Nieves and scored when Alex Pelaez grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. It stayed tied 3-3 until the sixth. Jake Thrower led off the frame against Mark Johnson with a single to left, and that brought Adam Riggs back to the plate. 1 ball, no strikes to count on Adam Riggs. Thrower the lead at first. The pitch swung on, and there it goes. Deep to left field. That ball's up there. It's out there, and it is long gone. Way over the trees out in left field. A 2-run blast for Adam Riggs. The Stingers are out in front 5-3. So 5-3 in favor of the Stingers at that point, but where they were not done in the sixth inning as Brian Gordon singled, stole second, but was tagged out on a third baseman unassisted ground ball off the bat of Will Nieves, leaving Will at first with 1 out for Alex Pelaez. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Pelaez. The pitch, there goes the runner. The pitch is launted into left center field. Myro going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Alex Pelaez to left center field, his 3rd home run of the season. And it's now a 7-3 Stingers lead. So 7-3 Stingers. Pelaez made it 9-3 on a 2-run homer in the 8th off of Troy Brohan. Vegas got 2 of the runs back on a 2-run blast by Luis Garcia in the bottom of the 8th inning. Brian Gordon's RBI single in the 9th hit it 10-5, and then another 2-run homer, this one by Ryan Kellner. 2 unearned runs scoring in the bottom of the 9th inning. That caps off the afternoon, and the Stingers come away with a win by a final score of 10-7. We'll come back with our Ace Hardware Stingers MHPs of the game, and we'll also preview what's coming up in the next week for the Stingers after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell rack up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and freeways, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Are you ready to upgrade to DirecTV, the only place for the NFL Sunday tickets? Chip here from Sky Satellite. July 18th is the last day you're going to be able to get DirecTV programming for only $29.99 a month. Call 978-0022.
Well, if you're sick of paying for cable with prices way too high, you need to call my friends over at Sky Satellite. You'll get a whole lot more choices. Installation is free. Then get your SKY Satellite TV. Yeah, you're going to love these guys over here at Sky Satellite, and you're going to love your DirecTV system.
Call Sky Satellite and mention this radio station, and we'll even give you a $100 receiver upgrade free. Get caller ID and built-in video games on every single receiver. Is that cool or what? Call 978-0022
and get your SKY Satellite TV.
Call 978-0022. That's 978-0022.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
7 victory here this afternoon. Time now for our Stingers Ace Hardware, most helpful player of today's game. And it's brought to you by your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Ace, the helpful place. Well, you can't separate the two. It's going to be a share of the odds today between Adam Riggs and Alex Pelaez. They each went 3 for 5, and they each hit a pair of 2-run home runs in the game. So for the first time this year, we split the honors in today's Stingers most helpful player of the game, brought to you by your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Once again, Ace, the helpful place. Well, the Stingers and the rest of the Pacific Coast League getting set to enjoy 3 days off for the All-Star break, with the exception of manager Mike Brumley. utility man Adam Riggs and catcher Will Nieves, as they'll be boarding a flight later on today for Boston, eventually ending up in Pawtucket, Rhode Island for Wednesday's AAA All-Star Game. So they'll be the Stingers representatives on Wednesday, and then everybody's back together again on Thursday at Franklin Covey Field as they open up a 4-game series against the Edmonton Trappers. 7 o'clock starts on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And 2 o'clock on Sunday. Steve Green is the scheduled starter for the Stingers on Thursday. So we hope to see you there on Thursday. I'll drink $2 at the ballpark on that day. Don't forget, more baseball ahead over on 1320 KFAN. It's the Cubs and the Cardinals from Busch Stadium in St. Louis beginning at 5:37 with the ESPN pregame show. Our thanks to Tony Parks back in our studios in Salt Lake City, and our thanks to you for listening. Once again, in a snappy 2 hours and 24 minutes, the final score, the Salt Lake Stingers 10 and the Las Vegas 51-7. I'm Steve Cloudy saying good night and so long from Las Vegas.
This has been the 10th Inning Show on ESPN 1230 AM. Be sure to join us after every Stingers game, the 10th Inning Show, on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers. ESPN 1230 AM.